Alrighty, I think that's enough gifted subs. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to 16-Bit Glasses. My name is Sean, and this is our new Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Woo!
Let's go.
How's it?
Let me just make sure. I actually need to quickly just check to see what the screen looks like on the other page before I go across to it to make sure I didn't screw anything up. It looks good. Let's move straight across to our main scene. But welcome one and all. Thank you so much to Null on 99 for all the gifted subs, to the Plot Hook for all the gifted subs, to Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix for all the gifted subs, to Null for the inspiration. We'll touch on that shortly. And to Rainbow and Plot Hook for their own subs. And I'm sure I've missed Lobster Jess for the sub. I'm sure I've missed something. Have I missed something?
Null's
As
5,000
I keep
bits.
saying, I don't understand.
Oh, no, for the bits. Oh my god, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that. Never needed, but honestly, yeah. As much as we were all celebrating looking as much as we were all celebrating it before the mics turned on, even in my head, my heart, I was like going, oh, this is a lot. Thank you. So appreciate it. But yeah, welcome one and all. Tonight we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons. And you might ask, what is Dungeons and Dragons? Well, no. We are going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons. We are, in fact, going to be playing. I should probably have that in case someone asks a question I don't know.
Who's getting a book?
Here comes the book.
Ooh.
Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk, which, for anyone who knows Dungeons and Dragons, it is the Lost Mines of Phandelver expanded into the newer realm of D&D. It's that original story plus an extra 4 chapters. However, I don't know the Forgotten Realms. I don't know Faerun. Is that even how you say it?
Faerun.
Faerun. I honestly don't know anything about that world. What I know is Critical Role.
Where the tieflings are.
If they run, if they run. But yeah, I don't know that world. So I threw in the world that actually I grew up on, which is Critical Role's Exandria. So welcome to Phandelver and Below Exandrian
I thought you
Edition.
were from Victoria.
They're right next to each other.
They are.
Ah.
I was going to make a joke that was stupid though. Plenty of time for that later. So yeah, we're going to jump into a world that I am aware of and that I know the lore and details of, to an extent. I'm sure there's some people in here who might know it a bit better than I do. One of them, and why don't we do introductions now? One of them being our good friend Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix. How you doing, buddy?
Hello. Yeah, Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix. You can call me Rain, Unicorn, Rainbow, Phoenix, whatever you want. Yeah, I've been a diehard Critical Role fan, and that's what got me into D&D as well. So, yeah, been a big fan of that. So, super excited for all of this.
We're not going to be telling everyone who we're playing just yet. That's going to be introduced shortly. But yeah, thank you for jumping in with us, mate. I'm just going to go from, well, we're not going to say what order I'm going from. I'm just going to randomly pick another person. We also have, from our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, we have Adam, aka Brain Impalement. How's it going, buddy?
Not too bad. That is me. I'm that guy. You might know me from that other campaign where I play Pascal. He's a little rabbit guy. Definitely gonna try and mix it up. Cough. We'll see.
I'm thinking about your character. I'm like, okay. Awesome. Also from our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, we have Ted, or TebGI, as he is known in the viewers in Discord. How's it going, Ted?
I'm doing quite well, Sean. Thank you.
Awesome.
I am looking forward to playing another character in a D&D thing.
As am I. And I'll also say, Ted let us know that Ruben says hi and that he's doing well. And at the same time is more or less ready to jump back in. So potentially might be
By
throwing
the
it.
sounds of it, I was like, new thing, and he was like, oh yeah, I want to work out with Sean when we can start Witchlight again. Like, okay, you came back to work last week, but
So there's a good chance that I might scatter in a couple of Witchlight sessions as we go along, if anyone needs a break here for a week. Or potentially we just throw on another day, but that's a discussion outside of this campaign. Also here with us today, our lovely Lobster Jess. How are you?
Hello, hi.
I don't
I'm
think.
here.
Yeah, I think the only time people might have heard your voice on this channel is through the Poppins one shot.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun, and it may have something to do with this campaign. Who
Did
knows?
hear rumors about that, yes.
So yes, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us for this campaign.
Thank you. I'm glad to be the honorary jest for this campaign.
Excellent. Yes, we always need one. And finally, but not least, last but not least, is our Alex, the plot hook.
Hello. You can say the least. I will not take offense.
Well, I actually put you last for a specific reason. First off, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I just thought about this. This is the first time I've ever played with you as a DM.
Yeah.
Were you there for my Christmas
Yeah.
campaign back in the day?
No,
Oh my
Alex-
goodness!
Alex went overseas.
Oh
That's
no!
why we had it.
Well, suddenly my anxiety is tripled. That's perfect.
It's,
Let me get
Adam,
out my test papers and
Yes.
it's
start
absolutely
taking
fine,
the floor.
Adam. He went to Disneyland instead, so it's
Ugh.
completely
Disneyland.
sus.
How many orcs were there? Come on. But I actually left you last for a specific reason because Alex, and I'll mention this now, and we'll say it at the end as well, is going to be starting a new D&D campaign on stream this week as well. One that a handful of us are also part of. So make sure you jump into twitch.tv/theplothhook. Someone can put that in the chat for me. That'd be great. Don't all of you do it because I know you all will start typing. But I haven't. Oh, I have got it set up. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, everyone else just started typing it. Someone just did. Thank you, my lovely bots. But yes, no, he'll be starting one up as well, which I'll be very happy to be part of and watch on stream as well. So thank you, mate. Are we all ready to dive into this campaign?
I thought you said die, and I was about to say yes. That seems about on track for me. So yes,
Excellent.
absolutely.
Either way, I'm fine.
Can I get you to all roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage? No.
Not a survival save. No.
No, sir.
Drops fall, everyone dies.
Exactly
How's
right. Well then, if we're all good, let's jump in. Whew.
Off to it.
Welcome, one and all, to the world of Exandria. More importantly, welcome to the continent of Taldore, one of the most prominent continents here in this land, known to most people. Taldore has had its trials and tribulations, particularly in the past century. For clarification, it is the year 842 post-divergence, or PD for short.
It is? I must have overslept.
I need my notes.
This land has seen its highs and lows in the past century. Most namely, the city of Emon, which resides to the west. Let me go quickly. Emon, having faced a almost near cataclysmic destruction from the Chroma Conclave, now sits tall and proud once more, as the buildings have been rebuilt and life returns stronger than ever under the new Republic of Taldore. Similarly, over to the east, a once near extinct town, or I guess even small city of Whitestone, has flourished since the days past, having been brought from the brink of necrotic destruction as well, and becoming one of the most vibrant and, dare I say it, scientifically advanced cities in this region. To the south lies the verdant expanse, a large forest neighboring the probably largest elven city in this world, Singhorn. Singhorn, known particularly not only for its high elves, but also being one of the first major cities where elven kind originated from, thanks in part to the forest being somewhat of a portal to the old Fey realms. But that's not where our story begins. Our story begins in the city of Westrun. One that, like most of this continent, has seen its trials and tribulations. Similarly to Amon, ruined in the wake of a dragon onslaught some 50 years ago, as well as a overrun sensation of a Goliath horde. Westrun is far more vibrant than it has ever been since, though, with efforts from across the world restoring most of this continent. Westrun, in particular, faced a huge expansion, both in artifice and automaton production. In fact, you see not only just ballistas now encircling this large surrounding wall of Westrun, but ballistas with arcane siege weaponry, mechanics that actually look after it and do the firing for the townspeople in order to keep them safe. Protection and advancement has been a big deal of this city. And as I said, that is where we are going to begin. Now, I asked a few of you at the start of before this session began, what everyone's time frames were like. And I got sort of similar messages. So I'm going to have a quick look over them again just to sort of figure out what would be best. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm just checking one detail here.
This map is wonderful, by the way.
Yes, I found this one online. I wish I could give credit to who it was. I will definitely put it in Discord as to where I got it from. But unfortunately, the people that made it, they don't have like any sort of options to support them anymore. They don't seem to do a Patreon anymore. So, but I will still point to this reference and have a look to see if they've got any other maps that might interest you in the future.
Yeah.
But we will begin just shy of the Black Gate. The Black Gate being the northern point of Westrun. It was more the local residency and general trade of this region, where most people will come and go from the east and south. All the sort of more city-based goods are located here, and general inns and taverns to accommodate them, which is where our party may or may not have been resting for this time frame. Where we are right now is outside just a small little marketplace square. It's still fairly quiet. There's not a lot going on at the moment. It's still very much coming to life for the day. In fact, it would be about, I don't know, let's say 6:30. Standing underneath a tree watching stalls open, general artisans and vegetable shopkeepers and the like pushing through, is a young, actually, yes, I would say young, a young hooded folk. A blue snout begins to stick out as they sort of stare and look around at the scenes around them. Ted, could you describe your character for us?
Underneath this hood is a scaly, I'd say pretty unfriendlily faced, silver dragonborn. Kind of an unapproachable demeanor to them. They carry a staff with with an orb sort of set in the, the end of it, the knob on the end. And carry rough traveling clothes. As well as appearing generally unapproachable, they are currently deep in thought as they ponder where to go now.
And their name, sorry?
Floodbane.
Floodbane.
Spelled with an umlaut. Rhymes with wood grain.
Floodbane, you look about. You've been in this town now for, I'd say, just over a fortnight. Well, I say town. I say it's actually a city. It's a population of very much. Where is it? Over 50,000. This section in alone would probably be a good 10,000 or so people. How are you feeling in an area like this?
A little bit out of place. I'm used to spending time in one of smaller communities or on the road or with a few trusted friends. A little bit overwhelmed.
Definitely a solace in the mornings as like you're sort of watching the crowds begin to pick up. Like that's when I guess that tension may appear. You're standing underneath this tree just based on the fact that you have been asked to meet up here as part of the job. You saw a job posting at one of the local inns that you have been staying at, asking for assistance with escorting a caravan north of this city to a small town of Joran village. Anyone who accepts the job is offered 5 gold pieces to start with a 10 gold piece additional on delivering the goods safely. So
I can do that. I say to myself to sort of straighten up. For a dragonborn, I'm actually quite short. I'm about 5 foot tall. I've got a very squat, stocky sort of frame.
Very much.
Build myself up as I consider taking on this task.
And it's there as you ponder it. You think about what is going to come next, but not before you start to hear an odd. Well, I'll say you probably stay there for about a good 20 minutes, just keeping an eye out to see who will come through. And it's around this time that you begin to hear an odd sound, sort of like a cacophony of musical instruments, but not really in sync with anything. It's more of a clunk, 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 clunk. Sound effects will come for it eventually. And as you turn to look, you see two strange figures, one more than the other, particularly because they are carrying quite a hefty load. Jess, could you describe your character for me, please?
I would love to. He is 3 feet tall. Short kings only.
No one is surprised.
Shush. He's a little frog man. Covered in instruments from head to toe. He's a little one frog man band. With his
Oh, that's so cute.
It's
with
so
his
good.
little rubber duck bow. And yeah, it sounds like he's either trying to come up with a new song while he's walking, or just having trouble carrying the instruments today. No one's really sure.
And as you sort of carry them along, your friend walks closely beside you. I guess, how would they be feeling? I don't know. Phoenix, do you want to describe your character for me?
Standing behind the grung is a 6 foot 4 inches tall tiefling, adorned with trinkets on his horns. There's a couple of bracelets, a couple of baubles, tattoos marking almost every flesh of skin that they have, piercing red eyes. What looks to be at the front half is a very adorned, pristine vesting into a robe, but if you look at the lower ends of the robe, you notice it being tattered and torn in places, etc. Sort of standing, left hand is holding onto a sword that is sheathed by a scabbard and kind of like playing with it, unhooking it, hooking it, unhooking it, unhooking it. His right hand positioned inside of the jacket that he's wearing. Just standing behind, casually looking over the area.
How attitude-wise, how are you feeling at this moment? It's still pretty early. It's almost 7 o'clock, but I have a feeling you've probably been up for a good hour or so, just based on maybe some certain excitement from a a young small friend.
Yep. Sun's awake, so we're awake. It's a beautiful day.
I
The birds
suppose
are singing.
that's a philosophy to have, is that it is definitely morning. Ugh.
It is. It's a wonderful morning.
I mean, it's not raining, so I suppose you're right. So,
Well, even if it was raining, it'd be wonderful. The flowers need the rain.
that's a good way to look at it.
And as the two of you walk up, Flibane, you notice that not out of cruelty or malice, but just maybe oddity and curiosity, a wide path sort of breaches as these two sort of come towards the same location that you are. You get the feeling that, and you would definitely, this would also be true to you, frog folk aren't common. They are rarely seen, if at all, in this world. And tieflings, while by and large they vary from location to location, it's this combination that probably is the most off-putting to the community. But the two of them begin to walk up to almost the exact same location as you.
I blink slowly and languidly as I take in this unusual sight. My expression of kind of unpleasantness, unfriendliness doesn't really change or shift at all, as I just sort of...
And yeah, the two of you see this dragonborn, blue-skinned, sort of staying there. Definitely the area where Gundren mentioned to you, I won't say your name just yet, mentioned to you in particular where to meet. And I think Ted just dropped out, so he'll be back in a sec.
Ah, okay.
Oh, Ted.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm
This
assuming this is where we're supposed to meet with everyone.
Yeah, this looks like the spot he described.
Alright. Sort of like, again, like, clicks and unclicks the sword just out of, seems like habit on his left hand, and then leans up against something and just keeps an eye out, just surveying the area constantly.
Yeah.
We'll say that for now that the dragonborn sort of just stares at you, sort of just... I don't want to put words into Ted's character, so we'll say we just...
No.
Yeah, you won't be able to determine just yet.
Yeah, I think my character probably wave at the moment and just sort of see if he approached us to say hello.
And
seeing as introductions can't be made like I was hoping just then, why don't we get names for the two of you? Jess, what is your character's name?
He will wave and he'll call out, "Hi, I'm Rhapsody. If you want to be our friend, come over and say hello. It's a good morning. Good morning. Hi."
And Phoenix?
Well, the young one's got enough energy for the both of us, but as you know, the young one's Rhapsody. You can call me Kuiper.
Very nice.
Kuiper's also very friendly. He doesn't look like it though, but they are. They're very friendly.
Just shoots a glance down.
What? You are friendly.
It's at this point, I think, that the three, not really communicating, but definitely having a moment kind of folk, grab the attention of a young halfling that is walking through. It's definitely an odd sort, and it is the location where you expect it to go. Adam, would you like to describe your character for me?
Oh, sure. He's probably not someone that many people would be noticing, given that he's very short. Like, he's a halfling. He's about 3'3". But yeah, his young male's about 22. Fairly fresh face. You can tell that the leather adventuring gear that he's wearing, whilst designed for survival and sort of rugged adventuring, is very new and very barely worn in. He's got a heavy crossbow strapped to his back, but in his hands he's holding a handbill, which he's sort of attentively staring at while he looks around the city. bit overwhelmed by the size of the city, but not unfamiliar with the urban environment at all. But seeing the odd group gathered under the tree that he thinks he's supposed to be meeting at, just sort of like looks shocked for a second before taking a breath and steeling himself and just strolling straight up to the group and saying, "Hi, is this where we're meeting for the job at the village?"
Good morning. Hello. How are
Hi.
you? Hi.
Yeah, wow.
I'm Rhapsody. Hi.
You're very awake. Hi. my name's
Yeah. It's been morning for ages. How's no one else awake yet?
Trey. I mean, it's morning enough, right? I mean, the sun's still up. Hi, I'm Trey. Nice to meet you all.
Hi. I'm Rhapsody. Hello.
Sort of like excitedly shake hands.
Yeah. I like you.
You're back now, Ted, yeah?
I believe so.
Cool. We didn't want to put words in your mouth. Would you join Rhapsody and Kuiper as they try to greet you?
Hello.
Can we
Good
rewind
morning.
and sort of
Yeah, do it
redo-
again.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Rhapsody, you see the blue dragonborn standing just near the tree where you were told to meet.
Good morning. Hello. Hi.
Hello, hi. What are you? I mean, who? Hello.
Hi. I'm Rhapsody.
Right.
We're here for a job. Are you here for the job?
Yes. I brandish my staff as if this demonstrates an answer to the question.
Ooh.
You're also very tall. Hello. Floodbane is my name.
Oh, I'm not the tall one. My friend's the tall one.
Oh, I assumed you were both here.
They're both there. Sorry, Rhapsody, you might miss this as you dropped out. Rhapsody is about 3 foot.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kuiper is about 6 foot.
Sorry,
I do
say that as
apologise.
I-
The young one is quite energetic for the both of us, so there's no need to add a third voice to the conversation when one can speak for two.
It's nice to introduce yourself, though, Kuiper. It's friendly.
I understand that, but I think you also have the energy to introduce both of us, and you also have the capacity for both of us, by the sounds of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry for saying hello.
Why are you sorry? I'm not sorry. I like making new friends. This is fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
I just thought it was the wrong thing. Hi.
No.
Yes.
Hi.
Rhapsody. Hello.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
Uh,
Oh, this is my rubber duck bow.
Yes,
And he holds out bow.
on her head at the moment. Yeah, it's a large
Yeah.
rubber duck. It's sort of like because we couldn't figure out if rubber was part of this world, so it's maybe a bit more hide-ish. But yeah.
Yeah. A yellow toy duck on top of his
Hello.
head.
I'll reach down and attempt to very gently stroke it with a claw tip.
Ooh. Bo says hi.
Right, yes. I'll stare intensely. Throughout all this, probably my impression of unfriendliness has barely, if at all, lifted. Like, the tone of my voice is flustered and whatnot, but I've still got sort of constant resting bitch face.
Piper's gonna lean down to Floodbane and go, "Don't worry, Bo doesn't bite. Doesn't have the teeth for it."
Yes, okay.
And as these 10 hellos keep going backwards and forwards, that's when Trey walks up and greets everyone.
Hello.
Good
Additional hello.
morning. Hello. Hi.
Hi. Oh wow, it's yeah, good to see you all. You're the people for the job. We're doing the job.
I think we're doing a job, yeah. Hopefully the same job as you.
Oh yeah, well we're escorting like a caravan or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
That's
weird
what we're
for-
doing.
I
weird
just
for, like,
realized.
Slayer's take job, but you know.
I just realized I
My
hadn't
eyes
been
dart
putting.
between the newcomer and Rhapsody.
Let-
Oh, what have you realised?
Let's put some tokens on the board, hey?
Yeah.
Trey,
It's me.
Ooh.
Floodbane.
I'm just observing the interaction and not being quite up to speed with it.
Just because it's way too crowded here, so we'll just put everyone around.
Yeah, I guess having obviously Rhapsody being the most effervescent of the group, I'll have paid attention to immediately. But yeah, Trey will have made a point to shake everyone's hand individually and greet them. So
Yeah.
um,
Rhapsody's definitely bouncing around and making a lot of noise with the instruments as well. For sure.
As your hand extends towards me, I like go to shake it with the hand that's holding a staff, Like, swap hands, and then give you my dominant hand, right hand.
Yeah.
Kuiper gives you the right hand, but in like a accepting manner, not like the dominant like hand over top. It's the hand underneath kind of accepting handshake. Keeping an eye on Rhapsody as Rhapsody's bouncing around.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, Trey would just like very familiarly, like just immediately incline his head slightly and raise your hands as if like knowing exactly what that gesture would, the appropriate response would be.
This is fun. I love everyone being friends.
Yes, friends.
Yeah! I love making new friends. This is great.
Well, I mean, it's a far cry from the mercenary party I'm used to, but hey, you're all very interesting and seem very capable, so looking forward to getting this underway.
Our last party fell apart. It was awful.
Oh,
Physically or
so
emotionally?
sorry to hear that.
Sorry, I maybe forget no one died, I don't think.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Oh.
But I'm still sorry to hear that.
Yes.
Alex, as you walk towards this location point, what an odd, eclectic range of people in front of you.
What are you talking about? We're perfectly normal.
How would you think you would approach this with the mindset that last night sleep was not good again?
She definitely overslept this morning. So is still quite tired. She's definitely not a morning person at the best of times. She's about as nocturnal as a person can be, generally.
So sluggishly making your way there?
Yeah, but all of her movements are very methodical and almost mechanical in nature. It's almost like she drifts forward instead of walks.
And indeed, the four of you see this as a hooded humanoid figure, sort of almost comes out from a shadow that you didn't even see, sort of just drifting on the breeze almost as they arrive. Alex, do you want to describe your character for us?
Yes, the Dreamer is a human-ish woman of about 5.5 feet tall, dark skin, wearing these almost dark robes with a hood, long blackish brown hair.
Damn.
And she gives off an air of mysticism, stoicism, and non-approachedness that make a winning combination for an adventuring companion.
She came out of the crowd like almost instantaneously, right?
I feel so.
Yeah,
It's not in
wouldn't
a
have
stealthy
seen her
way, but
approaching.
definitely in like a there they are kind of approach.
Kuiper, you could just see Kuiper with his left hand just unsheath the sword that they have and just stare. He doesn't click it back in like he's normally doing with his normal thing. He just unclick, just seeing someone randomly appear.
I will
Keeping
step
an eye on
nervously
them.
to the side, glancing between you and this new arrival.
She smiles very faintly at Kuiper, then yawns very loudly.
Ooh. That's a big yawn. Hello.
Sorry, I overslept again.
Oh.
Were you waiting long?
No, not really. I mean, this is a fairly reasonable hour as far as I'm concerned. But hi, nice to meet you. I'm Trey.
Yes, hours, but that's not your fault. I'll look as if distracted by a cloud and just stare up at.
Have you been here hours, Flipping?
I think so. I wasn't counting.
Oh, I'm sorry you were here alone by yourself for so long.
Ah, yes.
Let's get
What
Alex. Sorry.
What a strange group of people.
That's a strange way to say hello. Hello. Good morning. I'm Rhapsody.
Good morning. She offers you a hand. Very formally.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Rhapsody will enthusiastically grab it and just start shaking.
Will you
Good
now?
morning. Hello. Do you have a name?
Complicated question. You may call me the Dreamer.
Oh. Okay. Hi, the Dreamer.
You see a smile cross Kuiper's face as he offers his hand.
It's nice to meet you, Miss the Dreamer.
Just the Dreamer is fine. She shakes your hand, Kai.
I'm sorry.
No need
It's
to
fine.
apologize. No need to be so formal.
Charmed, I'm sure. Well, is
I
not
Pause
ready.
in the act of extending a hand to shake it, and as you say, there's no need to be so formal. I bring my hand back to scratch my palms, and then I try and elbow bump you.
The Dreamer definitely does not understand what you're attempting to do.
My
So it
mouth
just kind of hangs
is
in the air for a
open and
moment.
frozen, and I just step back without saying anything.
Is this everybody? Are we ready to go? I want to go. I'm excited. Let's go.
Patience, young one.
What are we waiting
patience.
for?
What have we
Waiting
talked
is
about?
boring.
We have
Oh.
talked about this. Patience for those that wait for good things. I know things are good, but I
Waiting
need
so
sometimes.
hard.
You hear a chuckle as, like, just coming around a corner, not secretly, very boisterously, a spry yet seasoned gnome, dwarf, pushes forward. He's like, well, you have no idea what kind of fun we're up for tonight or this week. Welcome. This must be the crew. How are we?
Hey, hello. Good morning.
Standing in front of you, where do you go? Is, yeah, like I said, a youngish dwarf, though he is showing a bit of age, more from probably hard work than anything else. But he's got almost like a salesman-like smile as he sort of looks at you. He's always like, welcome. I remember a few of you here. Rhapsody, correct?
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
Nice to meet you. And he goes in for a handshake.
Enthusiastically shakes his hand again as
Oh,
well.
excellent. Cling, 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 as everything rattles on your backpack. You must be their friend, Kuiper, is that right?
Absolutely bows down and offers his hand again in the lower position.
Yeah. And graciously shakes it. Excellent. And I believe, yes, we met, haven't we? What was it? Fud Bang?
I'll cough awkwardly and produce a deep throaty growl. Flip bang.
Oh, my apologies. That was not meant to be disrespectful. Just, yeah, sometimes names can be a bit hard for me. I see so many people. Pleasure to see you as well.
Yes. I'll offer a hand.
And indeed, the three of you know this gentleman. This is Gundren Rockseeker, who you had all met as part of accepting this job. Yeah, lovely to meet you. To the two of you, hello, my name's Gundren Rockseeker, the Rockseeker brothers, mining extraordinaires. This will be my escort that you'll be accompanying me with, so thank you so much for taking on this job. I believe you two, sorry, I didn't catch your names.
They call me the Dreamer.
Oh, you are indeed, miss. And he'll reach out a hand.
Yeah, she'll take it kind of after a couple of seconds of awkward silence.
And he'll go in for a kiss. On the hand. A pleasure. And you, sir?
Yes, I'm Trey of the Bichet family. It's nice to meet you, sir. And just shake his hand, but being very familiar with this sort of salesman type person is not trusting this guy as far as he can throw him.
Boucher, you say?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I declare that's mighty fortunate. We might have to have some words on the road. I'd love to maybe make an acquaintance with your family. Definitely, I've had some time mining in Hoppaduke, but I do believe it'd be great to maybe. I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes.
Of course.
So
we'll have time to chat, I'm sure.
I believe the two of you met Sildar. Is that right? Sildar. And he sort of gestures to what looks to be sort of like a much taller man. Almost, I'd say 6'1", 6'2" in size. Broad shoulders, though you can tell that that's shrunk with age. He's about 50 to 60 years old. Receding hairline, grey, a little bit hunched. You can sort of see like he's not out of place here, but he's just looking like he's just not wanting to be that distinguished at this moment. Though he looks like he might have some knightly kind of look to him. This would be Sildar Hallwinter, who the two of you were given or shown the job.
Jamie just nods politely.
Unfortunately, I haven't got a picture of him standing. And he sort of looks and he's like, well, yes, how are we doing today? Mr. Boucher, Dreamer, lovely to see you both again. Appreciate you taking on this job.
Fine.
Just Dreamer. Oh, no, wait, you said that. Sorry.
And indeed, Gundren, yes, I hired them. These two were seemed very formidable for what we need to do. You can tell, I guess, just even from the way that they're interacting. Gundren is your employer. Sildar is, while there's definitely a friendship there, he's definitely on his payroll as well. Though, much more, I guess, maybe knowledgeable. You can just tell from the way they interact. Like he's sort of like Sildar, sort of looking around, keeping an eye on things, and Well then, I do declare, I guess we best, let's quickly talk business, just to make sure we all understand what the job is. You all saw the brochure?
Oh, yes. I waved the handbill excitedly.
Excellent.
I still got mine.
Excellent.
Were we meant to keep it? I didn't keep it.
Oh, no, young sir. That's, young sir, madam? Oh.
Sir? Sir's fine.
Okay, cool. You can call me sir too. No, that's not right. You came and saw me. We already signed and agreed. But yes, just to re-clarify, we'll be heading north to Jarain Village in order to look after a caravan of goods that I've got just being finalized right now, which we'll go over to in just a second. I don't expect much trouble.
We'll protect the goods. Sorry, you finish.
No, that's what I hired you for, so I appreciate the commitment. But no, I'm not expecting too much on the road. Planes have been pretty good recently, though forests can always have a bit of trouble. Mainly we're just looking to make sure that everything I've got here for my next expedition can make it to that village and safe and sound. And that's where the 4 of you come in. 5 of you come in. My apologies.
I'm sorry, I did have a question in regards to that.
Of course.
You said it's going to be an easy journey, then why hire 5 people to help protect the caravan?
6, including Bo.
Of course, sorry, my apologies.
Is Bo getting
6,
paid
including Bo.
No, Bo's a rubber duck. He doesn't need money.
Good. I didn't remember signing for that one. Fair enough. Soda, maybe you can answer that. Soda sort of looks around and is like, it's less to do with the fact that it's a dangerous area as much as it is that there has been trouble on the road in the past. Nothing that's bothered us so far, but there has been reports of goblin activity. And if I don't think it's unfair to say, there are no one that I know has seen it. Reports of potentially some beasts in the sky that are a bit more troublesome. So essentially, we're just looking to make sure that we've got our goods protected. This expedition that I've been hired on for the long form. It's probably going to be multiple months, and these goods are definitely going to handle the majority of that. So it's quite a bounty.
Just wanted clarification as to why 5 people are needed, because duty of care and all of that, I suppose.
Maybe at best, Gundren, if we show them exactly what they're escorting. That's a good point. Good point. Oh, follow me, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go check out the goods now. And he sort of takes you closer towards the northern gate, where there looks to be sort of a bit more industrial buildings, storages, and the like. And takes you to a nearby shed, garage, I guess is probably a better description, where you can see what is probably a 15 to 20 foot long wagon, being accompanied by a singular horse. 2 other horses stand nearby, but they look like they're ready for riding more than drafting. And this wagon itself is probably a good 10 to 15 feet high once the tarp is covered on it. Inside, though there is space for, I guess, enough people to sit there, it is packed to the brim with just barrels and goods and tools and a few bits of what looks to be maybe provisions, though they are sort of more off to the side from the rest of it. But yeah, shovels and picks and rope and just anything you'd think to begin building a mine.
Ooh. Looks like you got a big operation happening. I suppose that's why you need so many people to help you with transporting it.
That's the hope. My brothers and I, of the Rockseeker Brothers, currently scouting an area just around Jarran Village in the hopes that, we can strike it hard and fast, and potentially we think we might have a potential clue. Not sure what there is just yet, but if we do hit it, I do feel like I think what Gundren's trying to say here is these men are settling down for the long haul. Particularly as we get into summer. We want to make sure we've got everything there ready to go, so carting such heavy goods on open, bright roads aren't as treacherous as they could be.
And sorry, just one last question, and then I'll open the floor to everyone else. Where exactly are we helping you escort this goods to?
Yes, of course. Where you'll be escorting them to is just north of Jarran Village. And if you all press J on your system,
shit.
you'll open up Simple Quest. Unfortunately, I can't show it on the stream, but we'll see it eventually. And you'll see there's a map section there now called the Cliff Keep Mountains. Jarran Village is, like I said, just north. It's about a 10 days travel, is what we're expecting, on a pretty clear path up the Black Valley Road. Jarran Village is, just shy of Umber Hills. Who wants to do their first roll? I'll open this up to 2 people. Who thinks they might have an understanding of this continent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Kabi, if you want to roll you can roll either an intelligence or history check.
Oh, both of that. So history.
I would say honestly, I will open this up as well to. I'll open this up to. Honestly, Trey, I'm gonna open this up to you. Same roll.
Okay. Sorry, what was it?
Intelligence or history.
Okay. I will do.
Also, congrats on your first novel being that one, Paul.
I know, thank you. It's so
He's
good.
broken the curse.
Very
We're not on
nice.
combat. That doesn't
Alright.
count.
15. I'll say, Kaipa, you definitely have probably a better understanding coming from Taldora itself for the most part, or at least living here most of your life. Umber Hills, Umber Hills itself is known to be somewhat treacherous. From even looking at Gundren's map, it's long enough away that like you'd feel like it's that Joran Village is not directly associated to Umbra Hills, but Umbra Hills is known to have a lot of not monstrosities, but fairly rough people. Like adventurers go up there for specific, hunting and exploits. Trey, you'd probably know, just from your own family history, that Umbra Hills probably has had some piqued interest with mining in the past. And more importantly, I think like you'd probably also know that it's just this area in particular, this northern area, does often come back with some interesting minerals. But what you'd probably also know with your history is Joran Village, by and large, like is a fairly new town. In comparison, the closest town would actually probably be Thunder Tree, which was unfortunately destroyed about 50 years ago. And this looks like it's the town that's then been rebuilt since then. But yes, that's where we're headed, and from there, once we arrive, goods get delivered. I've actually given the gold to my associate at what's it called again? I'm trying to remember the name of it. Bear with me, I'm just loading up another map so I can look at it myself.
As you're thinking, Piper will lean down to Rhapsody. Are you sure about this? Umbra Hills, especially the area around there, can be dangerous. Are you sure you want to go there?
They need our help, though. You should always help people when you can, even if it is dangerous.
It's Barthen's, Gundren. Yes, Barthen. Barthen's Provisions. Should have remembered that from the name. But yes, he's got the gold at the moment. One successful delivery, he'll be paying you all 10 gold each.
Ooh.
So, just to make sure, you've already accepted my 5 gold, and you can add 5 gold to your inventory if you haven't done it already. So, do we have an accord?
Piper looks at
yes.
Rhapsody.
I do have one very important question.
Go ahead.
What kind of snacks have you bought for the trip?
The very finest. And he pulls out like what looks to be like just a bag of jerky. He starts chomping on like as if like they're pork crackling.
That is acceptable, yes. Thank you.
Tosses you one.
Ooh, thank you.
Hands out the rest to anyone else who wants some. But yeah, we probably should get going. We want to try and get as much of today's travel away from the city.
Go.
Fulbane starts at your sudden exuberance.
It
Oh.
would seem
Sorry.
the tides of fate have brought this group together, as if the Moonweaver herself has blessed it.
Do you write
was-
songs, Dreamer? You should write songs. You speak very pretty.
I have never considered it.
Oh.
No.
Perhaps you should teach me sometime.
Yeah, I could teach you. All right.
Do you play music? You look like you play music.
I do. How did you guess? You're really smart.
You, if we were a cartoon, you would start to see blushing occur. However, as my skin scales, you can't. But you gather that from my demeanor. Throughout this whole time, my brow has been quite furrowed. And I'm still looking pretty unfriendly. But I'm guessing that's not phasing Rhapsody much.
Nope, can't tell.
There's a
Thinks
small,
everyone's a friend.
there's a small smile that's creeping across Kuiper's face as this interaction's happening as well.
Well then, by the Moonweaver and by the Allhammer, let's get on that road.
Yeah.
So essentially, what's going to happen
Let's
here
go.
is
Thorin, sorry, as they says that, Thorin whispers to themselves, in the name of the Wild Mother.
very nice. There's more or less 2 horses. One will be ridden by Sildar. The other one whoever would like to ride a horse can do so. Gundren will be taking lead on the cart, but there is space up there for someone else to sit as well, which would leave essentially 3 spots left in the wagon to sit in. if there's any sign of issues, then they will probably have to jump out and just walk alongside it to sort of show a sign of force. But otherwise, yeah, how would everyone like to place themselves in this journey?
Wagon, please.
Yeah, I've never ridden in a wagon before. Can I ride in the wagon, please?
Of course. Does anyone want to sit up here with me?
No, I will be more than happy to accompany you at the front of the wagon.
Oh, excellent. Beautiful. Well then, hop on up, young sir. And everyone else, take the horse or hop on in, and away we go.
Ben will look startled from side to side, as if like, oh god, I have to make this decision.
You want to ride in the wagon with us, Philbane?
Yes.
You can
yes,
see all
let's
my
do-
instruments then.
Oh, there are a good many of them.
Yeah, I can show them all to you, and show you how they work, and tell you all my songs, and we'll have a great time.
Daring, enraptured by this, and nodding.
I guess Trey's just sort of grinning to himself at this exchange as he walks over to the horse and starts stitching the stirrups up so that they can actually support someone of his height.
And it's pretty easy to do. Like
Because nobody wanted a horse, did they?
no one else said horse, yeah. And it's pretty like again they're adjustable for the fact that Gundren himself, being a gnome, slightly smaller than the standard human height.
I thought you said he was a human.
Oh, dwarven.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I said dwarf. I keep getting them mixed up.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm blind to species, you see. So I just I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
Good job.
Sure.
Say,
True ally.
After our discussion in our AOE conversation last week. Anyway, yeah, it's easy enough to sort that out. And as you all begin to journey out, Sildar takes lead. Trey, you're welcome to sort of follow along with him as well. And the rest of you hop in the back or sit up alongside Gundren. You begin to the horse and cart begins to roll on out. Fairly smoothly. It doesn't seem to be too bad. Like particularly this area of town, it's very flat path. Like it is well ridden and trodden on a regular.
Can we take a quick break?
We certainly can.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. What we'll do, I'll quickly swap maps. And yeah, we'll come back in about 2 to 5 minutes. How's that sound?
Perfect.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yep, sounds good.
Let's see you in 2 to 5 minutes. Bye. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting us take that quick break. We may take another one before the session ends. We'll see how we go in this next part of the conversation. It was sort of asked as well while we're on break. Just some quick questions on where people are going to be positioned as we travel, but we'll talk about that as we narrate into this next portion. The 5 of you plus your 2 companions now begin to head out of Westrun. It's here as you exit that you can see that not only is there a lot more automation than a lot of you might have seen elsewhere, but even like the gates themselves are held by 2 sort of massive metallic constructs that then sort of pull these levers that help those doors swing open. Again, sort of steampunkish in the way that a lot of this functionality works. Where is it? Sorry, give me 1 second. Where's my details? Okay. You begin to journey out. And as you do so, is that coming through? Yes, there we go. Perfect. We move on over to our next scene. Can you guys all see this map?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure, okay.
Perfect. The journey, as mentioned, is about a 10-day. Probably a little bit shorter as if there's no hindrance. You all begin to move on out. Sildar taking the lead, sort of keeping a watchful eye out on the horizon and for threats. Gundren handling the horse, carrying the cart. It's a lot of heavy goods, but it is a 4-wheeled wagon. So it actually does seem to move quite suitably, though slow, but still faster than walking. Yeah, it's you can tell that again, for those that might know distance of a world, hence the time frame. Rhapsody is sitting in the back, and as they mentioned while we're on break, what are you doing at the moment?
So Rhapsody is pulling out every single instrument and going through them meticulously with the Dreamer and Fluben. So this is the horn. You press this part to make it make a noise if you want to have a go. And this is the tan. It's a
My hand will
tambourine.
absolutely drift up to the horns on my head, sort of.
Yeah,
That's where my mind is going as you refer to the musical instrument horn.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? It's the same word, but it's not the same thing. I'm
I'll
pretty sure
realize
if
that
you
I'm
don't.
doing this, and my hand will come back to my lap self-consciously.
I'm pretty sure if you squeeze your horns, though, they won't make a noise. But they might. I don't know. I've not met
They
a Dragon
crackle
Ball
with lightning
before.
sometimes. I wouldn't recommend it.
Lightning?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I will cast Mage Hand to demonstrate, summoning a spectral floating hand. And as I concentrate, wait, it's not a concentration spell, shit, whatever. And you see sparks of blue electricity start to crackle and make their way up and down the tips of my horns, sparking at them.
Ooh.
It's a reaction to
Wow.
the whole magic weave manipulation thing.
That's really cool. When I do magic like that, it doesn't make lightning, though.
I think it's a sorcerer thing.
Oh. That's
Actually,
really
Hannah
cool.
didn't do it either. It might just be a
Can-
me thing.
Can you do magic, Dreamer?
You get no response from the Dreamer because it 100% looks like she's fallen asleep
Oh.
in the carriage.
Dreamer! Dreamer! Wake up! It's the middle of the day. Dreamer!
She doesn't respond, but you do hear a voice in your head, although nothing comes from her mind. Nothing comes from her mouth. It feels almost gentle in your mind, like a soft caress. Although
Oh.
it is intrusive and therefore uncomfortable by nature.
And indeed,
With my arms folded.
it's only the
leaning
person that
slightly
he's
away,
it's only
as
the
if
person he's
pretend I'm not
talking to.
doing it.
So just be aware of that. So it's one person at a time.
Yeah, great. This is only Rhapsody. She says,
As Rhapsody addresses someone who appears to be asleep, my arms folded, I sort of turn slightly away, and in the mage hand I've conjured sort of gradually creeps towards you and attempts to poke you on the shoulder, as I'm trying to ascertain whether or not you are asleep.
there's no response from her.
Are you actually asleep, or are you just
asleep?
You know what? Actually,
No.
Okay. Hey, let's do our first contested roll.
Yay.
Alrighty. So for this campaign, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing insight rolls for party members' persuasion, deception, or intimidation, anything like that. Privately, only myself and the roller will see the score. The person they're contesting with won't even see the other person's score. So what I'm going to do, I actually have a system for this. But I haven't got... How do I drag people into this? Does this work? Alright, it's not going to work this time because there's no tokens for me to select. Actually, maybe it will. Give me one more second. Let's do some funny business here.
Funny business, eh?
Ooh, almost got it. Alrighty. Deception. Inside. Alright, what I'd like you to do when you roll this, can I please get you to make sure you you set your roll option in the chat side of things to the GM roll, private with GM.
Yep.
All right, Dream is rolling I guess their point of either deception or persuasion. Maybe they're trying to make a decision, like to sway. And Floodbane is going to be, rolling a insight. Alrighty.
I saw what that was, but it doesn't seem to have shown up.
Oh, did you see his answer, his score?
No. I mean, my die, I saw what it said, and then it disappeared.
That's fine. I've got the numbers. I'm still figuring out the specific mechanics of that. All right.
Nice.
Dreamer, how do you react to them going, Dreamer, and getting poked?
No physical reaction. She is asleep for all intents and purposes.
She is sound asleep.
She's a
Floodbane.
very good sleeper.
I think she's asleep.
But it's the middle of the day. She's missing so much.
Is as much of a response as Floodbane gives.
Rhapsody hears that voice in their mind via the Dreamer's mind link feature. I hope that was still on GM. Put it in the chat.
Ooh.
Do you have any quieter instruments, child? I'm trying to take a nap.
And you can respond back in her mind as well.
No.
You don't have to,
Really?
but you can speak
They're
out loud
all-
if you want.
Yeah, I think he would just speak out loud. I don't think he's smart enough not to. They're all kind of loud, really.
You all hear, they're all kind of loud, really.
What?
What?
The Dreamer will open one eye and say out loud, I should have chosen the horse.
That's
Speak.
not a very nice thing to say.
You're
I'm
right.
sorry.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. I did not sleep very well last night.
Oh. I'm sorry. I will be quiet so you can catch up on some sleep.
It is fine.
No, sleep's important.
Well, I
We could-
appreciate that.
We could do my second favorite activity. We could take a nap. Let's all take a nap together.
That's a coincidence. That is my first favorite activity.
That is a coincidence.
As this conversation goes on, Trey, where are you pulling up with your horse?
It's a good question. I think at this point, I probably still would be at the front with Hilda.
Silda. Yep. Silda. Yep.
Yeah, we're still just sitting at a
Hilda.
turn. So,
Yep.
and being the, being in the position is Trey's sort of surreptitiously sort of trying to glean some advice from someone who he thinks is going to be like a grizzled, experienced veteran. So,
Yep.
I guess sort of riding up alongside him and be like, seen some action in your time?
Quite a bit, honestly. Quite a bit. And he's obviously like, as he's walking, like he sort of goes a bit glassy eyed, sort of staring, like thinking about it for a second, but then like, looks back and goes, "Are you? I heard Gundren say something about Huppaduk. Is that right?"
Oh yes, no, I'm from Huppaduk originally.
So not Taldore then. And no, Huppaduk is in Wildmount.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So no, I came over the seas, just sort of looking for something different. Just want to sort of get away from Huppaduk for a bit, I don't know if you've ever been there. It's smaller than Westrun, let's say.
No, I haven't traveled much outside of Taldore. Outside of this area, really. Definitely a lot of combat. That city we just went to is actually where I was born.
Oh, local.
I was there during the onslaught of the Kuma Conclave. Roll me a history check.
Yeah.
The story of the Chroma Conclave and the five dragons that swept Taldore and laid siege. is known. It's pretty well regarded because it is such a scary situation. But you, with a bit more book smart and sort of educated learning, you would have also read some stories on that. And indeed, Westrun was probably one of the most affected towns, both by a ancient black dragon that pretty much decimated the structural rigidity of the entire building structure. I can't think of the word. But also the fact that it also got laid siege to by a clan of Goliaths straight afterwards, both in tandem, basically, more or less. It is also one of the most well-known stories in potentially maybe even a story, a book you had read, more of a fantasy novel that you had read from a gentleman named. Crap! Why can't I think of names? Actually, yeah, it probably would have been like a book you would have heard. Maybe even like an audio book you'd heard from Huppaduk. From one. Oh, Jess, help me out with this. What's their name? Hazel Copperpot. That's it.
Huh.
Yeah, sorry.
That's right. One Hazel Copperpot that would have narrated a story on behalf of. Why can I not think of these names anymore? Who's Sam's other character? Paul? Oh, Phoenix? Sorry. Taryon Darrington. There we go. Got it.
Xmas Jackson Flaxen.
Basically, Taryon Darrington and the Vox Machina versus Dragons. It's very, very childlike adventure story that you'd read back in the day. But Westrun was definitely a key point where Vox Machina and the crazy adventurers alongside Taryon Darrington slayed a magnificent black beast. Mostly thanks to the charm and wit of Taryon Darrington.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it is definitely well renowned, and Westrun, having read a bit more of the educational side of things, it was one of the most impacted.
Okay.
And it's still continues on. It's like, yes, sir. I was just a general soldier back then. But I helped the crew flee north to Thunder Tree before it also got decimated. So I know this area pretty well. After that, I went back once Westrun started rebuilding and became one of the crown guards.
Trace just sort of like just says, "Wow," and then sort of is silent for a second as he sort of considers the implications of the experience that this man has seen and what him being on this mission would mean. And he's just sort of still putting on his brave face, and he's like, "So, are you expecting much to be happening on the way here?"
Give me an insight check. And while you roll that, I will say, big shout out also, yes, Null for giving out the inspiration to Rhapsody, and to the plot hook, who has given out inspiration to Floodbane.
Thank you.
Just as a note, I put an icon there against your characters on the stream. But yeah, you basically have the ability to roll any ability or attack roll with advantage, or saving throw as well. Of your choice, basically, yeah, just like you would an inspiration die. People can redeem that for 4,000 points, one per user, basically. I'll go into the details later on. What did we get? A 23. Okay. You can tell whatever he says next, he is holding back something vital.
Okay.
What was your question again? Say it one more time.
I was basically saying, are you expecting us to encounter many issues along the way?
Not so much along the way. Like I said, there definitely been some potential bandits that attack, but no, not along the way. and you can definitely tell, like, yeah, again, like holding back something.
Yeah. Okay. And sort of let's say, well, it's an honor to be with someone of your experience. I mean, I must admit this is pretty much one of my first real adventures that I'm going on. But you know, I'll be fine, and the Slayer's Take will be proud, and yeah, it'll be good.
You say Slayer's Take?
Yeah, of course, the Slayer's Take. I'm a bit of an apprentice at the moment, but yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. I don't think I've met anyone from the Slayers before.
Oh, they're not quite so prolific here, I suppose.
I think it's more just because where they're based. We only see maybe a hunter or two come through here from time to time.
Well,
Kuiper's inspired and Trey's inspired. Okay.
Oh god. I specifically said the opposite of that.
Oh, sorry. It's just with the rewards.
No, I know. I said it in chat. But yeah, I guess Trey's sort of would actually probably at this point be visibly sweating, but is just saying to fuck, I keep forgetting his name. Sildar. Yeah, just sort of saying, well, yeah, it's great to be working alongside you, and I'm sure this will be, you know, another one in your storied career. Just mark another one off, right?
He sort of looks at you up and down for a second and goes like, just sort of nods. He's like, that's an interesting weapon you have there on your side.
Trey's just sort of like it reflexively sort of pulls his coat over it, and then obviously realizing what he's talking about, pulls back his jacket and says, "Oh yeah, of course. So my mentor gave me this," and he pulls the palm pistol from the holster that he has on his waist. Just sort of holds it out in front of him, and he says, I'm not quite at the point of being able to use it yet, but someday this will be the mark I leave on the world, you know?
Well, it's pretty fancy. I haven't seen much of those around myself. Only once. A young gentleman with a much larger version of that.
Trey's immediately just enwrapped and is just paying full attention to what he's saying. He says, oh, really? What? Yeah, what?
Indeed, what are they? Lord Percy, I think his name is. His family attends to the city of Whitestone.
I see.
The name Percy rings a bell. With that, a previous history check. That Percy was the name of one of the characters in the adventure book you read.
Yep. So, well, yeah, they're a bit of a finicky thing to get the hang of, but, you know, the prestige that they carry is for a reason. They're a powerful tool. And I hope to, you know, honor their use.
Well, times are changing, but I guess it's what we need to do in order to keep ourselves safe.
And everyone else safe.
Indeed. And the two of you will continue riding along.
Thank you.
It was Kuiper that was with Gundren, correct?
Yep.
That's right.
All right, Kuiper, anything you want to do with Gundren? Or will you just let him talk your ear off?
Oh, he can talk all he wants. Kuiper's just keeping an eye out of everywhere that's around.
All right, give me a perception check.
I think I have my character sheet ready for this.
It's a pretty clear path. To the left of you, as you're riding north, you see the Bramblewood Forest. Very, very much a thick oak kind of forest. It's been there for as long as time really remembers. And to the right is basically a far more open plain of the verdant expanse. Small hills off to the distance, but mainly just grass and dirt and rock. But it's a lovely view. Clear skies today as well. Nothing in the air at this stage. as you sort of sit there, he's just there like, oh yeah, I see. Me and my brothers, we've been everywhere. We've gone up through Cragmore. We've traveled south down to some of those dangerous areas, sort of south of Singon. Where else? Oh, we're trying to get a permit up to near Whitestone in order to get up into their mountains, but council there is pretty tough on regulation. Been a Huppadook, as I mentioned to the other boy. Yeah,
You said that you went to dangerous areas, and yet you're going to Umbra Hills. I have to ask the exact reason why you're going up to a village near Umbra Hills when you said you've been to dangerous areas.
Oh, you gotta go everywhere to try and look for the goods. But unfortunately, haven't really had much in the way of success in what we're looking for. This is really my brothers and I's first experiment in trying to find our own mine that we can name for ourselves rather than under another company.
What is it that you're particularly looking for if you're trying to make your own mine? I would, no offense, I don't know much about mining, but I would assume that a mine, as long as it provides resource, you can name a mine particularly for yourselves, considering that it has resources. So you said you're looking for something. What is it that you're looking for?
Give me an insight check. Gundren's like, oh well, wow, simply gold, riches, anything of the like. Well, we've found some pretty decent mining things, but they dry out pretty fast. All in all, it's it's all about just trying to find a place where we can stake a name. And Umber Hills, for the most part, it's fairly unclaimed. We haven't found anyone that's actually mentioned much of the array of resources, but we're hoping to strike true. He's not lying, but I'd say he's sales pitching it to you more than he is telling you the specifics. Nevertheless, like
five people on a journey for you to build a mine seems. You keep your secrets. That's fine. As long as we get paid at the end of it, as long as no harm comes to us, I think I'm okay with this, and you will sort of sit back and just watch.
Well, I don't know about you, boy, but we only just got to know each other. Like, get in my good graces, do this job for me. I'll be happy to tell you a bit more once the job's done. Have my word on that. He sort of elbows you. It's like, huh? Come on, enjoy the day. Like, you'll play with the Rock Seekers. We're gonna have some great times.
You say so. And sort of again, like, sort of kicks back. He'll put his feet up, but he's still very much eagle-eyed watching the road in front.
Indeed. You see a few beasts of burden, sort of like, just out in like sort of like a couple of fields. You can tell like the sort of farmers let their cattle sort of roam about here in small numbers just to make sure that that they're safe. And at this stage, we're probably about 3 hours out from Westrun. So you can still see a little bit of the city behind you, but it is just a clear path up ahead with a slight what looks to be a fork sort of starting to head east. But as you all start making your way there, Gundren make sure he shifts over to the left and continues on northward. It's about this time that I guess you all begin to sort of... Yeah, we'll say we'll probably get up to about lunchtime at this stage as things continue on, unless anyone wants anything specific to do.
I would like to remember that there are potential dangers along the road and dart out, look out the caravan thinking, shit, is there anything happening? At a moment where nothing is in fact happening.
Yeah.
Well, I can't determine that nothing's happening, I guess.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
You feel the cart sort of rock as Gundren sort of takes that leftwards turn along the first fork. And as you sort of poke out to have a look, you can see about a mile down there, or a couple of miles down, there's another fork coming up. It looks like basically this area that you're passing through at the moment might be some sort of almost cattle station. Like it's small fences, like makeshift fences, sort of put up to the right hand, to the east side of you, where like people maybe have brought goods and services here in order to do trade. It definitely looks like sort of like a cross point between maybe like the eastern seaboard and maybe even like the western, if not just Westrun. But looking around, there's nothing of note here that actually catches your eyes. The forests to the west of you look safe. They don't look troublesome at all, and they're a good distance away. They're not like right up. You're not like riding right against them, but nothing along the lines. Like if there's anything of danger, it's not in this forest.
Thank you. After staring out and probably ascertaining this as confident as I can, I'll like duck back inside the caravan somewhat sheepishly.
Very nice. Anyone else?
No, we're good.
The day continues on, and should no one have anything they want to do for the rest of the day, after a quick camp to eat and drink, the wagon continues on and makes its way further. Until, again, it starts to get dark as nightfall begins to settle in the afternoon. Around about, I think it's about 7 o'clock, you can start to see that the sunfall begins to lower. And as Gundren sort of looks around, like he's sort of squinting a bit, he's like, it's starting to get a bit mighty dark out there. We might need to find a place to pull over for the evening, Sildar. I know the answer to this, but just so everyone else is aware, who has dark vision here?
I need to check actually.
Me too.
I do not.
I don't think I do.
I do not.
I don't think I do either, for a change.
Holy shit.
Just cut.
Is this that party?
Let me double check.
I got lots of other cool features, just not that one.
I just remembered why I always play Goblin. Also,
And-
because Goblin.
And
That's why I always
Tabaxi.
play Drow, yeah.
Well, we've all got our flavors, alright?
Uh-huh.
But Yokyums.
No, I do not have that one.
You would think with eyes as big as Rhapsody has. they
Hyper
would-
is going to take out one of the torches that they have and just strike it immediately as it gets dark, because knowing that Rhapsody, I'm assuming Rhapsody doesn't, so
No,
Hyper
I don't.
immediately has it ready and strikes it.
Oh. Sweet.
Do I have the
Also, I'm
means to
gonna
put
do
on?
that too.
I don't know actually if I have the means to put on a torch on this character. No, not on the party token.
Yeah, seeing
I feel
Kuiper
like-
do
oh, wait, hang
this. Seeing Kuiper do this, Trey would immediately just like, oh shit, yeah, and like rush to get a torch out and light it. Try to be like, oh yeah, of course an adventurer would have thought of that.
Yeah.
I don't have a torch in my inventory. I feel as if I maybe should.
What equipment did you start with? Did you choose a explorer's pack?
Oh, I don't have equipment either.
Yeah, never lie.
Oh wait, really?
That's alright. Let me look at my Den to Beyond, and that'll tell me what my equipment would be.
Oh no. Okay, sorry. In the inventory, yes, this is actually something I figured out. If you actually click the backpack icon, it actually shows the things that you have stored in there.
No
Yeah.
shit. Yep,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yep.
I looked there. I just have to touch.
Pouch. That would be your pouch as well. So yeah. A pouch would mean that you probably didn't get a backpack of gear. You probably got like a more urban-based one, which is fair. You probably would have had that at that moment.
Ooh.
I think I just forgot to select my class starting equipment.
That's
Maybe.
probably what it is.
For full disclosure to you and to everyone watching, this is our 0.5 session. I'm going to give the crew a chance to make sure they are spec'd accordingly to what would actually be session 1 after this. So any equipment that you do have now, you are okay to respec with.
And we're all going to magically have dark vision next session.
Wow, you can't change race, so suckers!
And look, not to jinx it, but it's gone incredibly like hitch-free so far. For
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has indeed.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry.
Um,
I wanted to revel in it.
I've got a couple of candles, so I want like a candle in the back of the wagon.
Oh, that's so mood. I love that.
Yeah, just so we can have a bit
It's a
of...
mood lighting.
Yeah, we can
The,
tell scary
I've
stories.
got torches for days. Why do you need candles when I've got torches for days?
We're having a
Because-
slumber party in the wagon.
Yeah,
We're being considerate of
Fair
the
enough.
crowd.
and you have to
Fair
hold a
enough.
torch. Not anybody has to hold a candle. We can sit it in the middle of the floor
The
and knock it over and set everything on fire dramatically.
the dreamer is wide awake by this point. By the way, she's
Oh,
full energy as soon as the sun goes down.
you're feeling refreshed from
Ooh.
your nap?
Much better.
Can I teach you about all my instruments now?
Please do.
Oh yeah, if you'd be willing to play some music,
Yeah.
Rhapsody, I'd love to have some music while we eat. Of course, you're welcome. You should eat first.
Absolutely.
You should eat first and play
Did
to
you
your
just say
leisure.
absolutely?
God.
I never really
Non-intentionally?
thought of that as a pun.
Yes.
That is a very good pun.
Sildar will venture forth, and again, it's still fairly open, so he finds like a little area just off to the side of the road where tents can be set up and encampments can be made. The wagon sort of wheeled around so that way it's sort of further off the road than you, so that way you are the wall between it. Basic encampment, like it doesn't look too dangerous out here, and he knows this area well enough that where it is safe and where it isn't. All of you begin to make camp and prepare for the evening as night falls. Rhapsody begins to play music. Is there anything in particular you would play, or?
Does anyone have any requests?
Oh, I think
This
you
is
know
the
the
real
one.
question.
I think you know the one for, I believe, when meeting someone on the first night, Rhapsody.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that kind of encounter.
What do you mean? We're all friends.
Exactly. So, I believe there is a friend song that,
Little is nonplussed.
Well,
I
if
would
nobody
love to hear
has-
your friend's song.
Oh.
Oh, the horses would definitely have stopped by now.
The horses have run
Bye.
off into the
Bye,
distance.
horses. Bye. Oh dear.
Yeah. Rhapsody,
Yeah,
no pressure to actually should make a song up, Jess. But yeah, you play a song, unless you have a specific title you want to give it, but you are
no, I
welcome to
think
use
it's just-
actual songs. Trust me, I'm not that forceful. If you want to make say you do a bard version of a song, by all means.
I was thinking about it, but I've come over very shy all of a sudden, so I probably won't.
It's a bad version of Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
In the Taldore.
No.
Nice.
No,
That
if
works. Oh, that works.
no
so
one
well.
has any requests, he probably goes into his regular show.
so
And he does
I
for
mean,
busking
if
purposes.
And I will
Rhapsody,
say,
if you're feeling a bit shy, I will have to say that if
Oh, it's Jess feeling a bit shy, not Rhapsody, but
I know, but if is for friends who do stuff together.
Oh, you is for you and me. I know this one because it's an ancient fucking hymn that is passed down for all the people of this realm, obviously.
So N is therefore for anywhere.
And apparently any time at all.
Is this actually happening? Or?
Rhapsody,
Yes.
can you give me a performance check?
I'm trying to work out how
Can
people are
I?
interacting, and I'm not actually sure what is happening in the logic of the story right now.
Oh, this is happening in story, by the way.
Okay. Vulbane has their chin in their hands, elbows on their knees, just leaning forward, sort of looking from person to person. Like, what? I'm out of my element.
It is insane because these two are like singing a song or telling like lyrics that they've heard about songs you probably never heard of before. Woodbane. While Rhapsody is like a maestro on whatever instruments they grab. And just like not shreds, but begins to like play away in a method that like, and it's not just, let's be clear, it's not just a instrument. They place the instruments in a way that more or less lays them out so they can be like strumming on a guitar or playing on the accordion while hitting like
Yeah.
some cymbals or drums, and it's
Yeah.
a one-man band piece.
oh yeah, very much so. Lots of dancing to make the drum work properly as well, and yeah.
It's rudimentary in that it's not an actual one-man band kit. It's just laid out, but it's they are there in rhythm, getting everywhere, like things you wouldn't think would hit based on like just the dexterity of their movements.
And then you see Kuiper like after singing some parts of it, all of a sudden just like retreats back away for a bit and just watches as Rhapsody just plays and just is enraptured by Rhapsody playing.
With a muscle twitching almost aggressively in my neck, I stare forward. My eyes shine. The firelight shines in them, and I stare Honestly, it's obviously not the intention, but it looks almost like hungrily or aggressively. Indeed, I am just appreciating the performance.
Indeed, I would say it is a sight to behold, and it definitely the emotion in it invokes something in you all, or something about your lifestyle before coming on this journey. Interestingly, Dreamer, the music is not common to you. It's not a rhythm or tonality that you grew up with, but it still brings a warmth.
So much has changed in such little time.
What?
She says to no one in particular.
What was that? So
Sorry,
much
don't-
has changed.
Just reminiscing.
All right,
Oh.
Bo, time for a solo. Go.
The one song I listen to your playlist of the Rubber Ducky song.
Oh,
Oh,
was
and you hear
perfect, Sean, thank you.
Kuiper chimes up going, Rubber Ducky.
But yeah,
Do you have a snaps fingers trying to remember dulcimer?
ooh. Not yet, but I hope to get one day.
Oh, okay. I know a bit of it. Never
Oh.
mind.
What's a dulcimer like? Maybe I have something similar.
It's like a flat stringed instrument, kind of like a harp that you play lying down
Oh.
horizontally.
I have a lute. That's got
You could
strings.
totally play a lute with a pair of forks.
Yes, that's right. It's a percussion.
You wanna? Yeah, you wanna give it a try?
Sure. I'll attempt to like wrap the strings with my knuckle in the manner that I've learned.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to try an instrument? I have plenty.
You don't
Anyone-
happen to have a harp, do you?
No. I have a really good tan or a token, which is a set of bells. You might like those.
Sure.
anyone that wants to grab an instrument, roll me a performance check. If you are,
Yeah.
actually, well, it doesn't really matter. Just roll me a performance check.
Alright.
Trey, Kuiper, do you want an instrument?
You know, young one, that I'm not that one for instruments, but
You're doing so good with the tan lately, though.
I actually must insist that Kuiper play the tan.
if
And you
I
can't
must,
disappoint our new friends.
The tonality is a little bit weird as my knuckles sort of bounce off the instruments of strings of an instrument is not meant to be played this way.
No, it sounds
But I do manage to come
beautiful.
up
I love
with,
it.
Damn.
tune and the
Kuiper is
rhythm
good
is
on that
there, and I just
tan.
sort of put something together. I don't have a particular tune in mind.
Oddly, were you growing one, Trey, or are you going to just watch?
I
have a
guess.
horn.
No pressure.
I guess-
Just checking if I had to wait for a roll.
Horn's really easy to play. I know you can get the hang of it. It's kind of like your firearm. Instead of pulling the trigger.
We do
You
not
press on the
endorse
horn
playing a
part.
firearm like a horn. We do not endorse playing a firearm like a horn.
I guess sort of being put on the spot. Trey's like, I've never played
You'll be great. It'll be great.
Do you have like
go for
a
it.
do you have like a pan pipe?
I have a pan flute.
That's it. And
Yeah.
just knowing from halfling culture what he's familiar with, he'd just be like, well, I've seen these before, and people just like, and then he'd try and play it, and we'll probably do a terrible job. Let's see how this goes. This will be funny.
Actually, I'm just going to quickly say that I come up with a goblin marching song. What Flubane produces.
Ooh. That's got
Very
a very
nice.
good beat, Flubane.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Flubane probably
march and work to it.
Ooh.
Flubane probably takes the lead in terms of trying to get things together, but it's Rhapsody that sort of with her previous he they
He.
my bad. With
That's
his,
okay.
With his with his with his efforts, like again, that almost like understands how a rhythm works naturally, and is able to find like where people are faltering and where people are picking up, and gets everyone into gear to the point that basically it feels almost like a set of amateur buskers all coming together on the side of the road, in a not pleasant, but like in a good enough way that it's not annoying. That like again you begin to play and like it's like oh yeah, oh wow, I can play it, and it's like it's smoke on the water kind of style where it's like dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Dun, dun,
Can I just say, like, as a musician, not annoying is the absolute apex of what we aim for.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, not pleasant.
Exactly.
Especially because we met the same day. The fact is that like 5 random strangers technically have all come together to be able to be not annoying in instruments is a very big accomplishment.
I've seen this happen on a tram.
and Gundren
This
cheers.
is turning into a flash mob.
Gundren cheers like
Yes.
I
Yes.
say this is amazing, and he gets out some spoons. He's like. And Silda sort of like stands there cross arms or like watching while keeping an eye out around. But yeah.
For maybe the first time, Flabane's expression is no longer like weird or like looking semi-tortured in place. A genuine smile split their jaw.
Oh, I didn't realize you
maybe
knew how to smile.
But
Go
my
on.
face is again a rictus.
Oh, it's such a
it's
shame because
adorable.
it looked good on you for a second there.
I shrink back.
Yeah,
my knees sort of
you're
come
all
up
really
as if
great.
to
Do you
guard
guys
myself.
want to travel with me? We could make a band.
We're already
Yeah,
traveling
traveling.
together.
Right now, yeah.
We are.
We just have
Yeah.
to, we would literally just
Excellent.
have to continue doing this, and we would be a traveling band.
You are so right. You're so smart.
Oh, that's really nice of you, actually.
I want to buy a dulcimer, like an actual one.
Do not.
Oh,
Me
but
too.
I have. I've sort of managed to get myself lost in the moment here before I remember what my other goal in accepting this job has been. And sort of mumbled to myself for a little while, but
And as you all enjoy yourselves and begin to sort of like come to the evening where you start to feel, the road's journeys take its toll. Is there anything that any of you wanted to do specifically before the night ends?
Yeah. Making sure the Rhapsody is fast asleep. Yeah.
I was going to ask if honk shoe or honk me me, so thank you.
I feel like it has to be me.
It's actually they're holding bows, and they're like,
It's bagpipes.
and then and he just goes me 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 me, quack, quack, me 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 me.
I whispered to everyone that's trying to get some sleep. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
You are on the road, so we are gonna need to do some rotations to see who's keeping watch for the evening.
Oh, Kuiper's taking first watch immediately if Rhapsody is going to sleep.
Fair enough. Silda will go sort of sit back and like he'll tend to the fire and go, well, I'll go next.
I will take an early-ish watch. Dreamer doesn't go to sleep until very late.
So we probably need 2 more.
Okay.
I
Trey's
can,
like bounding at
stare
the
out at the
opportunity.
night, watch for dangers.
Ooh, yeah, that's both of us then.
As I say that, I'm looking from side to side as if they're about to leap out of the from a foot away.
Oh, sure, I'll keep
inside the
watch, yeah.
fleet.
No, I'll look after everyone, it'll be great.
I'll have everyone roll perception checks for me, please. And honestly, roll them with disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Ooh, spicy. We can't see
sorry.
shit.
It's dim light.
Is it
And
accepted?
we made a lot of noise.
That's so much noise.
Fuck, those dice are sick, though.
All of the dice. Yeah, I feel bad for having the default ones.
Yeah.
Am I
Did I
rolling
just roll a
that?
23 on disadvantage? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Am I
This is
rolling
Cusco.
one? Two
If you
or
want to take a shift, like taking an extra shift will literally just mean that everyone can get 8 hours sleep more easily.
Yeah. feel like you'd
Hey!
be up early at least.
Love... Is it Lovey or is it Love the 13th? Love the 8th. Welcome.
Hello, thank you
Yeah,
so
Rome.
much,
What's
Raiders.
going on, Fuzzix? Thank you. Raid, raid, raid. Woo!
I have a
shit.
feeling that Rhapsody is going to try and stay up as late as they can, and Kuiper's watching them as they try and stay up as late as they can. And then as soon as they fall asleep, he's going to pull them back into bed, and then Rhapsody will take over for the night shift.
Oh dear.
For the most part, there's no issues. You all struggle. Like, a lot of you have probably been on the road, but not maybe in as large of a group or for quite a while. It's everyone's got like their own reasons behind it, but maybe just even the excitement of the day has worn you out and like focus is just a little bit off. Trey, you probably are the most aware. This is probably something you've been training for more recently than anyone else. Keeping watch, taking shifts to with whoever you're with to keep an eye on things in the dark. You hear a couple of noises, Trey, but nothing too close. Nothing that with a bit of, just a shuffle of the fire and some sparks fly up, like the noises disappear eventually. It is quite serene. And nothing happens.
I imagine he's probably just playing with his pocket pistol, palm pistol by the fire, just like spinning the chamber and it being like, man, I wish I could fucking use this thing.
Yeah, you fiddle with your gun for a bit from time to time, but yeah.
Dexterity check to avoid accidental misfire.
It's unloaded.
Yeah, are you looking down the barrel while you do that? Or?
No,
Takes
Trey
his own.
practices grunt safety because he's smart and has American descendant. That's his background. Sorry.
Good man.
But nonetheless, the night creeps over. Towards the end of the rotation, as you take over Dreamer, you sort of look up and you see Katha, the larger of the two moons, is it waxing? Is that the
Yes, I
one?
believe
Waxing
it's
is
currently
becoming larger.
waxing.
Waxing is beginning, waning is smallening.
Yeah, waxing. With the ruddy red moon of Ruldus just slightly crescenting. Oh, yeah. You sort of look up to those moons and then sort of think back on the times past, and just all those moments. And as you sort of look up at Ruldus, you sort of get that slight jitter, that slight buzz, a sort of that friendly, almost like a friendly breath on your neck. Just letting you know, we're good.
She smiles to herself.
But nevertheless, uneventful evening. You'll feel free to take a long rest, everyone, if there's anything you need to recover.
I don't believe serverless is still for fun.
Only the instruments, if anyone's kept them.
Yep, so a
No, you
ton
may
of
have them
stats
back.
just got reset. Thank you so much for that one. Shit.
Wait, what happened?
Will re-prepare my spells.
You use your sheet alright, or?
No.
Oh, that was you
a
joking.
joke.
Yeah, okay. I was like,
God damn it.
dude, I'm so paranoid that things aren't gonna work.
My
Nevertheless.
sheet just exploded. Thank you so much, Sean.
Who was the last?
Why did we take this longer? Who agreed to rest at this time of night?
Who would have been the last person on watch?
Not me.
Other than maybe Rhapsody, I was the last person to mention it. But if Rhapsody was staying up,
Probably
uh,
Kuiper, if that would be the case. If
Okay.
no one else is going to take it, Kuiper would absolutely take last watch.
Alright. You'll also notice that Gundren didn't offer to take a watch.
I wouldn't imagine
Yeah,
he
of
would.
course.
But nonetheless, yeah, Kuiper, you take a final watch. You start to see people starting to stir and getting up, sort of getting ready for the day, just checking their gear before folding up bedrolls and the like. And you look up and see a raven circling above you as it begins to sort of descend in a circle. it looks like it's actually coming down to you, like not you specifically, but to you, the party.
We'll stand up and watch and put his hand out for the bird.
It sort of flies on in and lands on your arm. Sort of looks around, and Gundren sort of
do that.
Gundren sort of looks at, I believe that's for me. And he walks over to the raven. The raven looks at him. It sort of jumps across over onto its arm. And as he looks at it, he's like, well, hello, old friend. What seems to be the matter?
Am I allowed to be startled awake by this?
That call definitely would wake anyone that hasn't woken up yet.
Oh shit!
I gasp
Oh.
and without using a usage of my breath weapon, a blast of chill air escapes from between my jaws.
Mist and like that would happen in a cold night, though it wouldn't happen here in the middle of spring. Just sort of erupts out of Flubane's mouth as the
Harper
raven
looks back at the tent as everyone sort of scrambles and like gets themselves together and ready after all of that, and so soon goes, "Thank Christ, I woke up early tonight." Fuck.
the raven looks
Christ.
at Gundren, whoever that may be exactly. The raven looks at Gundren and sort of looks and goes, "Gundren, I don't know where they are. They seem to have fled. We need you back here at once." Gundren's sort of eyes start to widen a bit, and he sort of looks over to Sildar, who's sort of walked over to look at the bird as well. He's like, and he sort of nods to Gundren. Gundren's like, all right, we'll be on our way post haste. We'll take a double pace. Please, Yano, be careful. And releases the bird out as it flies off and flies northward. Whoever is a
good choice of word
spellcaster,
there.
whoever's a spellcaster can roll me an Arcana check. And actually, Dreamer, you can roll me a Nature check.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that feels about right.
Rhapsody, you were fiddling away with your instrument, so you were still in the tent. You just heard the noise and went,
Busy
"Ooh, that's a cool
packing everything
sound."
up.
Yeah, exactly right.
Startled and very alert. As to
Which
what's
one of my
happening.
instruments chord?
Yeah, you getting that shock, Bluebane, pop your head out and see the raven talk to Gundren and Sildar, and instantly recognize that it is a living creature, but it's a living creature that seems to have some sort of sending message built in.
Is this that homebrew thing? That
It
was-
is.
so
It's my
tolerant
it's my messenger bird.
Nice.
That's really cool, Sean.
I'll say
love
with the nature check, it's beyond your scope as to how it talked, though you've seen animals and the like
Sure.
in
I've
experience,
spoken
but
to animals before.
not to the point where they call and then speak. So it's an oddity to you, but
Sure.
not unsettling. Gundren sort of like looks at Sildar. Get the horses ready, and he'll rush back to his tent and begin to sort of like break it down, prep it back up as quick as he can. Sildar will nod and sort of gesture to you all to sort of come over to him as quick as he can.
Who was that sending the message?
Hey Shan, thanks for jumping in. That there was our associate in Joran. Been taking care of the other two brothers. Sounds like something turned afoot there. We need to move post haste, but we're not going to be able to go that fast with the wagon.
What are you suggesting?
He sort of looks over you all. Like, I trust you all to take this mission to its intended destination. But we're going to have to take the horses and leave you with the horse and cart.
Yes. I'll look around the other party members for their input.
It's a simple
So
path.
no issues.
The Black Valley path is a simple road all the way to Jarn Village. It crosses right through the town, so you don't need to deviate anyway. But I rely on all you to make sure these goods reach there safely.
We will do our best.
Oh, it's what we've been paid to do. Of course, we can definitely take care of the stuff.
On
won't be an
one
issue.
condition on my end, which is I would like a full explanation when we get there as to why exactly you had to rush off when you said that this was perfectly safe.
As would I, Kappa. The fact that his brothers aren't. You were out, so yeah, you would have been right next to them. So you would have heard the entire conversation. The fact that the brothers have fled is not good. So as soon as we get there, we'll be getting information, and I'd be more than happy to pass that along. And you have my promise on that. And he gives a solemn nod.
Nods in return.
I appreciate your forthcomingness. Well, I'm sure this will be fine. It'll totally be fine.
Indeed. Well, and you can see Gundren's packed up everything at this stage, and so I was like, well, we all need to be on our way, so the goods are yours for the travel. Provisions are in there if you need to take any food. Don't expect you to starve on the road. But yeah, keep the goods safe, get them to Jaran safely. Drop them off at Barthen's, and meet me at the Stonehill Inn.
Just quickly,
talk from there.
DM, how many days are we expecting, and therefore what potentially would we use for rations?
Provisions wise, like there's basic fruits and vegetables that look to be sort of like barreled up and sealed. There's general, I wouldn't say rations in quotes, so like things that like people would use for when they're out camping and mining, like what they would have there to that they could withstand a week, a month's worth of time. So there's things there that are easily sustainable to eat.
Just making sure that there's something that would probably already be separated in the cart that would help separate from what we're going to travel for, etc.
For the sake of argument, there probably would be some basic foods. Like it wasn't expected that you'd have to feed yourself for the journey. But he's pointing out the fact that if you need anything else, it's there.
Okay. That's, all I'm questioning.
All good. Sildar sort of, gets his armor on. It's an older armor. It's beat up a bit. It's got some scratches and dents, but it does have what you would remember as the insignia of Westrun that you would have seen flying around on flags there. So he's definitely still got his old guards kind of uniform, and begins to hop on the horses with Gundren, and they gallop off. In terms of time frame, I said it's a 10 days, honestly. I don't really know how travel works on these hexagonal grids, so it's probably you've probably still got about maybe 4 days or so.
Plenty of time to teach everybody a song.
Well, if everyone wants to hop in the back, and I can help steer it forward and keep an eye out for anything, but obviously we still need to keep an eye on rations with the way they deliver things, not eat things, so...
I only did that one once.
I understand that, but that did cost us 3 gold pieces, didn't it?
Yes, I'll be good.
I will put it up front with you if you don't mind, Kuiper.
More the merrier. Extra eyes out on the road is better than nothing.
Oh, I will be sleeping.
That's completely fine if you want to... Nothing against Rhapsody, but I understand they do have a chance to music as well, which, based on your predecession, which is to sleep, is completely fine.
It's just... He's just a lot, you understand.
That is a word that I would not use. I would say inspirational is a word that I would say.
Interesting.
Is there the opportunity to sort of sit I imagine the way this card is set out that it's got sort of an opening where the cargo area meets where people sit at the front facing the horses.
Yeah,
Is it possible for me? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
No, go on.
I was just going to ask if it's possible for me to just sort of like lean out there with the crossbow, just so I can sort of be like riding a shotgun, but not.
Yeah, think of it frontier style. So like it's a canvas wagon covering, but it's got little
That's what I was thinking.
like almost window portholes flaps that can be pushed open to peer out. The opening, the back can easily be unfurled, so that way it wraps up to the to the top and it affixed, so it doesn't. You can stare out the back if need be. I wouldn't say there's so much on the sides as much as there is like some sort of opening that you can pop out at, like even maybe like a curtain kind of thing for the front, so you can see in there.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's fine with me.
I can march. That's better if you think so.
It'd still be a perfect fit. So there'd still be 2 at the front, 3 in the back. But given the pace of this, like it's not too hard for you to walk briskly with the horse. It's just a personal preference.
I mean, flip band, I don't think it's necessary, but it's up to you. If you feel more comfortable doing that, go for it. It's not going to hurt to have more eyes up in the place.
Yes, I have eyes.
I'm sure they work excellently.
Oh, I love it.
Nod. I'm enthusiastic.
We're like, I'm familiar with Dragonborn, I assume, right?
Yeah. Give me a intelligence check.
Do I have eyes?
Actually, what's better for you, intelligence or history? Or are they the same?
They are the same, but it's fine. I'll just do it. I already got it up. But...
You would know. Dragonborns are common. They're spread out across the land. Funnily enough, they're probably a bit more condensed in Wildmount. It's essentially one of the largest settlements. Basically, if Amon in Tal'Dorei is like the human settlement for the most part, or Singhorn is the High Elves settlement, in Wildmount, there's pretty much what was the capital of Dragonborn culture.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep this broad text because I don't know how much you've actually said. How much are you presenting in the back?
In what sense?
Like how covered is it? How covered is your rear?
Whole describe rear, right?
Wow.
Ooh,
quite a
dude,
long
he got a
cloak.
booty.
They, quite a long
sorry.
cloak. It probably goes like down to the ankles almost.
Okay, cool. All right, that's all. That's it then. Actually,
I guess the main point of my conjecture is that just like I'd be like, oh yes, of course, Dragonborn are renowned for their sight, of course. Like sort of glances from side to side, very quickly.
yeah.
I've only ever met one other, so if you say so.
Wow, really? Never thought I'd be more troubled than someone. There you go.
You begin to make your way along the Black Valley Path, and at this stage, we're going to take another quick break. Are you guys all good for about another half hour or so of play?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Awesome.
Hells yeah.
All right, let's take another 2 to 5 minutes, guys, and then we'll come back for the conclusion of this session.
All right.
Sweet.
Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
All right, see you all shortly. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting straight into the remainder of this session. This is 0.5, so for those who are aware, and again, appreciate you asking Captain Jules some questions. Yeah, we're basically just doing a prologue to the actual story of Phandelver and Below, The Shattered Obelisk. Next week's session will be actually starting the start of this campaign. This is more flavor to get people introduced, to give a bit more, lore and feeling into the world, which isn't Faerun. Are you able to move that? Who moved that?
No one.
I forgot that you guys all have ownership to this because it's a party token, which Foundry now allows you to basically put party inventory together. So, anyway, and next week we'll be starting the official part of the book. Also, for those watching, the party will get the chance to. This is also a testing ground because a lot of people are new here to Foundry. Don't you dare move there. Right click right now. Right click right now. the
It's okay.
how was it? Movie
Fair
change. So
Understandable.
the party will basically get a chance to like respec as they need to, not classes or race or backgrounds, but change a proficiency, change an attribute point, change their starting equipment, that kind of thing, just to make sure that they're happy with how their roles are on first use. But nonetheless, we are ready to get back in. Is that a ruler or is that an actual drag?
I think it's cool.
That's a ruler. That's not a drag because there's nothing there.
I can't delete that. Can you delete it?
I don't know whose it is.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
I posted it in chat and I completely agree with this. This is the reason why we can't have nice things. And
Yep.
The reason why the DM's gonna kill us.
Rock
Control yourself, party. Look,
I don't even
I'm
know what
gonna
that
be
is.
I'm the irresponsible uncle, and I'm telling you to stop doing this.
Yes. Piper.
Look, I can't spin
Fine.
the token, and that's all I care about.
What?
You can't spin it? Woo!
Oh, it's over there.
Oh, did it?
No, I
Did,
had no idea.
oh, mate, did you try dragging it and it got stuck there? Okay, that makes sense.
I didn't do shit.
Thanks, Foundry. Okay. You begin to journey onwards north along the Black Valley path as again you watch as your two employers race off in the distance. Obviously, being on horseback, they are far more faster than you. They are gone within 10-20 minutes of sight at the pace you guys have to do to prepare to pack up the wagon and be on your way. Again, this area is still it's a fairly safe path, but as you start to like continue forward, like you begin to see the sort of the surrounding region begin to narrow in and funnel into the north. The forest begins to creep over from the western side as you see off in the distance like a rushing creek, rushing river.
A forest has come to Dunsany.
As you move forward, where are we at this point? Is there anything you guys want to do for this day's journey? I'm going to sort of rapidly speed this up. So what is supposed to be like a week's worth of travel is probably going to be shrunk down to like one more rest.
Steering the horses and keeping an eye out, considering that the party that we have in the back, I suppose.
Yep. Who is handling the horse?
Yeah.
Kaiba.
Give me
I'm going to regret this, but yeah.
give me an animal handling check.
Oh, that's.
And if Dreamer is awake and watching, they can give the help action.
I would love to get the help action.
Okay, thank you. So advantage.
At advantage.
I am staring at the
Thank
horse,
you.
kind of,
But-
Natural 20. Woo!
Oh, here we go. First one.
You need a
right.
gentle
Let's,
hand
as
with
they
horses
say,
like these.
go.
Ooh. I just imagine Dreamer like being half awake and just like putting the hand on the rein and just helping steer
Yeah.
slightly. It's like, what? And just like looking over and it looks like that they're asleep.
Soft touch.
It's interesting because like you've probably handled smaller wagons in jobs past before you met Rhapsody, but nothing to this size. But oddly, it's not the fastest horse, so it moves to your whim. The wagon stays smooth, and for everyone inside, it is smooth sailing. There's not a single bit of turbulence other than just a general rock every now and then. But it's like driving in a nice car on perfect bitumen.
I awkwardly raised the idea, and now, even though it's been said that it's not necessary, I've committed to it. I'm walking alongside the horse, and I'm like staring, kind of partly enraptured, partly intimidated by these tall beasts. Oh, horse.
Yeah, and again, this wagon can't. Well, it would move faster than walking pace, but we'll say for the sake of argument, like it is easy enough to stay nearby. When you get a bit too stretched out from the walk, then you just hop on and sit for an hour or so, and then continue on. But nonetheless, it's a general draft horse. You would have seen them. Like again, your family and your people you lived with would have had beasts of burden as well, if not much. They were more hunter gatherers. But you've definitely horses, whether you've seen them or from travelers or even just on your journeys previously. But yeah, it's basic enough. The road is uneventful. Probably the most you see, again, is just a few birds and basic wildlife out in the open, but nothing that shows any sign of interest to the party. Is there anything you guys want to do over the next, let's say, 2 days worth of traveling?
I want to have a quick chat to Kuiper while we're up front.
Please.
Again, reaching out telepathically, not speaking aloud. Kuiper, I have to ask. You seem quite protective over our young friend in the back. It's an odd pairing. How did that come to happen?
Yes, the backstory.
No offense, but I don't know much about you, so I feel like it's a bit of an intrusive question unless I get something back in return.
What would you like to know? I cannot guarantee you that I will have the answers, but you may ask away.
I will say right now, before we begin saying anything, do you two want to do contested on this? Or would you
No,
rather just... Yep, we'll just play by
I
ear.
think this is very
I-
open.
Okay.
Yeah, this is very open.
Go ahead.
You seem very active at night.
Out of interest, are you responding out loud or telepathically?
Is thinking in his head because this is not something he knows that this is not something you're saying out loud, so therefore he's not going to respond out loud.
Okay.
It's not the first thing that he's encountered with this either.
Dunno.
So is going to respond telepathically. You seem very attuned at night. Is that something you wish to divulge now, or something you wish to talk about later?
There is no secret to it. It is just when the Moon Weaver is most active and when I feel closest to them.
Well, with that answer, my answer is that we find joy in the people that gives us meaning, and that helps us from our past selves. And that's the reason why I'm protective.
Understandable. It's not a bad thing, just a curious one.
No, mine was spawned from curiosity as well. That's why I don't shy away from it. Curiosity is always a positive thing. Especially on missions like this, because I fear that we're heading into something that I don't think our original employers were intending.
You say that.
Dreamer, you feel a cool shudder as he says that.
I've had a similar feeling. Something brought us together and directs us towards Joran Village. And it is not Gundren Rockseeker.
You have a sharp mind, because I don't think that this mission is entirely exactly what it appears to be either.
I have many years of experience over you, young one.
Why is it that I don't doubt that either?
She winks at you.
Does anyone else wish to do anything?
I want to know what I want to know what Rhapsody's up to in the back, because I guess now it's just us two in the part if Glidbane's on foot.
Yeah,
I walk.
if you're looking busy, he's probably trying to keep quiet in the back. After being told yesterday that they were being too noisy.
I guess
Yeah.
Trey's not really busy so much as he's just like, he's keeping a watchful eye out, and he's like, you know, he's got his crossbow handy, but he's just sort of like, keeps looking back over to you, and then just like back out, and it's just like, why didn't you play a song? You did something yesterday.
You want to hear a song?
Yeah, just play a song.
What do you want to hear?
I don't know. Just surprise me.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
Okay, surprise me, but nothing you wouldn't play outside of civil company.
Okay. Then he'll start playing a very loud song.
What's happening? Is someone being killed?
Trader sort of pokes his head out and is like, no, just music. It's fine.
Right, Rhapsody.
But just like sort of settles in a bit and has a contented sort of smile on his face, enjoying the distraction of what Rhapsody's playing, and just sort of like claps along occasionally.
Yeah, it's definitely loud and joyful and a crowd pleaser song that he'd normally play.
Is there a bit where you can go hey hey hey, because you know all the great crowd pleasers have that bit?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a call and response song for sure.
Oh yes, sweet. All right, I guess after a couple of refrains, Trey would have picked up on it a bit, and even though he's like got his head out the little flap, he's still saying hey 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 in the appropriate moments.
Give me a perception check while you are keeping an eye out. And actually, Fluidbane, you can do the same.
Okay.
We should get another natural 20.
There's the next nat 20.
Hey.
I'm distracted.
You're keeping an eye out, Trey, but it's less on the road and more just keeping an eye out on the surrounding areas. About 2 miles out, you see a sign. It's old and decrepit, and it's it is war torn, and barely readable. But you see it, and it actually says Thunder Tree, and it points westward.
I start working.
Sorry, Trey sees that. You would see it too, but probably not. Honestly, yeah, you would see it too. Because you're a natural 20, so I have to say you see it too. You see everything. But yeah, as you look out, you can see that again that the forest itself is starting to creep in. And at this stage, it's starting to get closer to nightfall. You start looking around and start seeing that like near here, before what looks to be a turn-off coming off down the track, there seems to be some sort of like encampment area where people have rested here before in the past.
Okay.
So Fluidbane notices the camping area for a good safe place to camp, and both of you see the sign.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
I think it's maybe time to make camp soon. The spot over there looks good. I think.
I mean, I think I'll spot it.
Clear my throat again, producing like deep draconic growls as I do so. Dreamer, the Dreamer, no, just Dreamer, and Kuiper, camp soon. Spot over there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes.
Are we pulling off then?
Yes, it is about that time.
You turn the cart in and rest it up against between two trees. Again, it's like almost like an alcove with a surrounding wall of trees on all sides. As we move over to this map. Ooh. Does that pop up for everyone to see?
Yeah.
Yes, it certainly did, and that's amazing.
Why have I not got an image of it then?
Oh no, we've got secrets from you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now everyone start.
Everyone start fucking around on the map.
Well, I can see it. I mean, the stream can't see it.
You spin me right round, baby.
Oh, there we go.
right
Oh,
round.
it was still loading. That's why.
What?
I disappeared.
Like a...
I spun too hard. Get me back.
You
Oh,
found
where'd you
it,
go?
Found out.
Wait, what happened? I wasn't looking.
You broke the fabric of reality.
Quick, everyone, break away from the orgy just in case the stream starts.
I spun too hard and disappeared
no.
into a black hole. Please help me.
Hold on. Everyone stop moving for a second. Please stop spinning and everything.
I'm so sorry.
I honestly have no
The
idea
thing
what
is
happened
I
there.
can hover over your token that says that
Where
it's
is it?
unarmed, but you have literally
Yeah.
clipped into reality.
Oh,
It's over
you're
here.
there. That's fine. Whoa, whoa! What happened?
Oh, no, you're gone.
Yeah, I can move you around.
You're gone for good.
I've warped out of reality.
You're
Can
deleted.
you like delete and re-add?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
That's
I'll
okay.
never
You do
do that.
realize that these kinds of strategies are only good for Baldur's Gate 3, not an actual D&D.
I have like
You can't
500 hours. I'm
speedrun
sorry.
D&D TTRPGs.
I'm just gonna refresh the streams
Deflated.
browser because it's not loading anymore either. So
Yeah, I was going to say it still looks broken on the stream.
Look, I am so
I'd like
sorry.
to put Trey in a box, and then use the stored coordinates from earlier to walk to the end of this session.
Yeah.
I
Goddamn
know it's-
speedrunning has even infiltrated the TTRPG's land space. God, we're all ruined.
I'm not that kind. I swear I started playing I've started playing 5e before Baldur's Gate. Also, as soon as you cast Force Cage, learn Force Cage, please don't cast on me.
But nevertheless, you all settle in for the night, setting up a fire as it lights up, as nightfall begins to settle in. You're welcome to move around, but please don't throw yourself off the...
I'm so sorry. I
Don't
won't do it
destroy
again.
reality.
Don't clip into the floor. There is no out of bounds here.
I honestly don't even know how you did that.
I
Magic.
spin and flip so hard that I
It
think
just
my
glitched,
character-
yeah.
I
You
just-
broke physics.
There's no star door. Why would you do a BLS here?
BLJ?
Sorry, it is BLJ. Apologies.
Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do tonight, or shall we just go straight into the final the watch for the night?
Yeah.
See.
I think Rhapsody would play another song, do another performance.
I'd say
Probably a bit
it's-
softer than the previous night, more like a lullaby,
it's fair to say that your performances are pretty much
a bit more
Well-
subdued.
they are more than fine throughout. So like
Yeah.
let's do this one. And
I'm enjoying this. This is much more relaxed than the adventuring that Trey's been used to so far.
I will ponder to myself how I might get access to Thunder Tree in the future, probably after completing the job.
yeah, give me a general intelligence check as you sort of maybe look over a couple of we'll say you've got a couple of rudimentary drawings of maps that you sourced from people in Westrun. Apart from the fact that you've seen the path or you've seen the markings to turn off, the actual trail you're not entirely sure of. You get the sense that based on that sign, it should hopefully be a road, but you don't know enough about Thunder Tree to determine how plausible it is.
No.
Honestly, I'm gonna say
ruminate
I'm gonna
into it.
say Trey, roll me an intelligence check as well.
Your thing. Oh snap!
You don't have any knowledge of Thunder Tree, just to be clear here.
Yeah.
But the conversation that you had with Sildar definitely probably ruminates a bit more now that you've seen that sign. He talked about Thunder Tree being decimated. He talked about Westrun getting decimated as well. It's very likely your target is there.
As in sorry.
In
Right.
Thunder Tree, like with what you're looking for,
Thunder- yep.
is probably it wouldn't be in the town that you're going to. That'd be silly. But
Yeah.
but if reports are here and you have a feeling that if what Sildar mentioned is related, and again from your knowledge of an ancient black dragon destroyed this area, and then that town also got destroyed about the same time frame, that anything that might be corrupt there would probably be that in that area as well.
Sure. Yep. Okay. Cool. Okay. So we're nearby.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sort of ruminating on this and trying to think of how I can try and suggest to everyone else that we should be taking a slight detour.
I'll say with a natural
I'll
20.
be repeating
I'll say,
to
yeah, of course. I'll say with a natural 20, you probably get the sense that you probably need to learn more about the area before you just go diving in. You have no idea what
Yeah,
threats could be
exactly.
there. So getting to town would be still the smarter approach.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's more just like, I know I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do probably alone, so I'm going to need the help of these people. How am I going to get that to happen?
Dreamer, Kuiper, Rhapsody, anything you guys are doing?
No, just strumming away.
Nothing special.
Nice little song to wind everybody down.
All right, cool. In that case, we will move into our nightly watches. Who wants to go first? We're going to go pretty rigid on this one. So you need 8 hours sleep, which means you'll all need to get 8 hours sleep. So I can't remember what the math is. I did write it down, but you're going to need to take a watch.
I'll take first watch. Nobody objects.
No, that's fine.
No.
I will probably put my hand up for second watch, though.
All right. So we've got Dreamer first, Trey second. Who wants to get third? So we're going to roll these in order.
Rap,
choosing
would
myself
would you like to have the very last watch, which means very early morning? You can spring around and hop around to make sure that you're all okay, and if you need to wake me
Yeah,
up,
that sounds fun.
so you can have the last watch, and I'll take the watch just before him.
Which leaves you in between Floodbane. You okay with that? Would
Yep.
you object?
Nope.
All right. Awesome. All right, let's go through these rolls. Dreamer, can you roll me a perception check? Honest, I'd say it's dark. Apart from like what you can, you've got enough firelight around you that you can see the surrounding area. So just flat.
Ooh.
10,
I saw that 20 and it rolled straight past it.
14. Alrighty. You keep watch at night. It's about 10 o'clock at night at this point. The moons are high in the sky, and they give you that sort of serenity you have been looking for. You can hear the sound.
serenity.
You can hear the sound of birds and a distant howl off in the off there, but nothing close by. No snapping of twigs or anything that would suggest that there's anything in close proximity. You finish your watch and wake up Trey. Trey, if you can give me a perception check.
Sure thing.
Ooh.
Good.
Camp life has still been fairly new to you. It's only probably been 6 or so months while that you've been on the road, for like in the way you are now. So I would say you're very keen over here, trying to keep an eye out for things, and maybe you're just maybe too focused, and sort of, you hear a snapping of a twig behind you, and it makes you jump. Nothing seems to pop out at this stage, but as you continue to look around, it's apart from what you can see in the light, that you are struggling and probably a bit too on edge.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But nothing happens.
Okay.
Floodbane, if you could go next for me, please, as Trey wakes you up.
How's it?
20, very nice. You look around. Nightlife isn't new to you, like this kind of thing. You've been on watch before, both in your previous settlement and as you've been out on the road. It is odd to be around new people, comparatively. Like that definitely thinks, and your mind is definitely thinking about what comes next after this job. Maybe it's the fact that like you are thinking about the forest and just that's the sounds around you perk your ears, but you do hear some noises close by. A low growl. And as you turn, it's hard to see in the dark, but you do start to see what looks to be a silhouette in the tree line.
I'd like to step over to... Are people actually in the tents, or are we sort of crouched up next to packs, or...
It's
In the
dealer's choice.
tents.
In the tents.
They're technically, I think, supposed to be like 2-person tents, so you can choose how you want to do it. You could sleep on the wagon if you wanted to.
I mean,
You could use just
Rhapsody's
a
also
bedroll.
very small, so there's probably room.
They're there more for
everything.
flavor than they are
The dreamer
mechanics.
actually definitely sleeps under the stars,
Yeah.
in hindsight.
I'd like to, in that case, step closer to the tent that I know Rhapsody and Kyber are in, while casting a mage hand to try and rouse Trey from his tent, while calling it in a low whisper. I think we're being watched, guys. With the intent of that carrying just throughout the clearing.
But I don't want to take a bath.
So mage hand going over here, maybe here, and calling in like a carrying whisper to Dreamer.
Is your mage hand visible?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah. Mage hand is visible unless...
become invisible.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So like being shaken awake. Sorry, that broke my brain. Shaken awake by the mage hand. Trey would just sort of like immediately freak out for a second, then recognize the mage hand from Fluebane having cast earlier and be like, oh shit, and it's like rapidly get some pants on and jump out.
And being the one just before Fluebane in terms of the patrol or the watch, you would have only just been starting to get into REM, so you're fine. Just doesn't need any sort of roll to check.
Good that you're thinking of that. I like it.
Fluebane goes to wake up Kuiper and Rhapsody. Trey begins to stir. And
Attempting to sort of creep across quickly but stealthy.
as you begin to do that, the noises begin to increase. And I'll say, as you look about, you see off into the distance a wolf begin to walk in to the actual line of fire.
I contemplate growling back or not.
Oh wait, should I make him visible? There we go. As it sort of looks at you and starts snarling. And it's at that point you hear more snarling and cracking of around the way as 6 wolves begin to push forward from the dark. And
I'd
we
like to cast a firebolt up.
we are going to go into initiative because you saw them, but
Try and scare them off.
you did the right thing to wake up your crew, so rather than potentially let them get surprised. So I'm going to
And
set
yes,
up an initiative.
Cast a spell, so I plain open getting.
I cast surprise. I am surprised that there are wolves.
And we are going to begin as we do our first combat encounter, gang. Woo! At level 1, this definitely isn't a death trap.
I'm sure it isn't. I definitely haven't heard that about this campaign.
Let's see.
None of us
This
thought
is
that
his
until you said it then.
original
Let's get some music going.
Fireball would be really, really good, Smodge, if we weren't level 1.
prologue. Oh, hey Sam, how was it?
Can I just say also the music and sound effects have been amazing so far.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you. Smodge,
Yeah.
Smodge can also tell you because he's friends with Adam and Ted, and also the person that I ran Phandelver with for my first game.
Hell's yeah.
That this is probably actually a significant advancement to the same fight that he saw. in terms of
Also more difficult.
Yeah. We're gonna die much quicker.
in terms of detail. He would have seen the testing room, the testing camp that you were in. Alrighty, are we all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then let us
Once again, rolled terribly for initiative.
let us begin. It is Trey's turn. You hear the movement of these wolves coming into the camp. Though, from what I can tell, you will only be able to see the one once you pop your head out of the tent.
Sort of struggling to get his pants on as he sort of steps out of the tent with his crossbow. Seeing this wolf in front of him, what is the wolf like? What is he saying with the wolf?
It is looking like it is... Give me your choice of an animal handling or insight.
Okay. Just...
Smodge, you are not a toxic character. You were great, and I'll be honest and say, like, Smodge helped, because everyone that was playing was new, he helped be the person who knew how Dungeons & Dragons worked without being the person that took lead. It was really good.
I tried to do that, and I'm terrible at it, so sorry.
I would say you are... You can see that this one is maybe pack lead. Just based on the face that it came in first. But again, you can only hear them surrounding you, so you don't actually know what the others are doing just yet.
Okay, but does this one look like it's openly hostile?
Oh yeah, it's coming to hunt.
Okay, cool. I will raise my crossbow and be like, "Oh shit!" and take a shot straight at it.
Go ahead.
I should have targeted it first. That's my
fine.
bad. Sorry.
A 19. A 19 hits.
I hope so.
Yeah, the crossbow that's like half his height, by the way. Just like chunks it out and puts a bolt straight into this wall.
Sorry, are you a
My
small-sized
damage.
character wielding a heavy weapon?
So it's like a sniper rifle, effectively.
It's not actually a heavy weapon. It's just
It's not a-
designated as
not a heavy
It's a
crossbow.
heavy crossbow, but it doesn't
Yeah.
have the heavy tag.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's good to know. He's proficient in it anyway. I think that would overrule. But anyway.
Oh no, it doesn't because I'm small. But yeah,
doesn't?
I know
Oh,
what
okay.
he's getting
No,
at.
9 points of damage. You strike hard into this wolf, and you watch as like it, as you see like a big pulp of blood pour out from the arrows that's stuck into its almost like its shoulder. Yeah,
If anyone,
it's looking rough.
If anyone was looking at Trey at that moment as the crossbow hit it, you'd sort of see just sort of a pang of guilt cross his face, but he sort of steels himself and takes a few steps back from the tent.
We'll also point out to you guys here that as the ones that haven't played with me, HP numbers are not to be sort of advised in combat. So we'll keep it simple. What you can actually do is hover over any of the tokens, and it will tell you the status. So if you hover over, you see it's near death.
Very good. Yeah, that'll be me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Next up, seeing you strike it, the wolf itself turns and goes in for the lunge at you. It's gonna rush
Oh,
forward
shit.
and do a bite attack. Now I'm going to be rolling these privately. My rolls are going to be hidden. So
As it should be.
as it should be.
Agree.
Does a 17 hit?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll still be honest with the numbers, but yeah.
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 No hit.
It's only 2 points off, so it's not too bad to ask.
No worries. You take 6 points of piercing damage as its throat, or as its jaw clamps down, not on your crossbow arm, on your other arm. Can I also get you to roll me a strength saving throw?
I certainly can try. Sorry, that's an ability check. Big money.
A 13 is a success. It bites down, and you're able to wrench your arm out just before it really clamps in and locks. You have a feeling that it probably would have been able to keep you grappled if not.
Dear, this is not good.
Okay.
It is Kuiper's turn. You are stirred by Flipbang. You are just sort of waking up and seeing what's going on. I'll say for the sake of this, I'm never going to say you guys disrobe for night. if a night encounters like
Oh,
this.
he's always sleeping with one of his swords at least with him anyway, so that's not an issue.
You were on your knees as you hear the first attack from the wolf, and yeah, you're able to move without issue.
So that's 5 feet to get out of the tent anyways.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything else around? Because definitely can't reach there.
It's hard to see, but you can see a wolf just off to the side here. Although I might actually just move it one step closer. I think it's actually off the off the map. I need to like highlight where they are because I can't see them in the dark either. And you also see a wolf to the north.
Good to know.
As you get closer, I'll say you'll be able to. I'll get you to them, but if you attack in the dark, you may still get the disadvantage depending on your attack.
Well, I can't attack this one anyways because it's too far out of range because it will take more than 25 feet of movement to get there because it took 5 feet to get out of the tent.
If you wanted to move out this way, I'm fine with that.
No, action is if I hear noise this way.
Yep.
And I see someone in combat this way with someone else available, Kuiper's going this way.
Okay.
He has to. He absolutely has to. He's going to point out, though, that obviously if no one's already awake, is keep an eye wolf there. There's a wolf. There's something moving at the top, but he's going after this one here.
Yeah. So where I just highlighted,
Yep.
there will get you into position.
Yeah, he's going to get roughly in the area, and
Yep.
he's going to try and attack.
And you see the reflection of the fire on these wolves' eyes. It's still hard to see in the dark, but you got it close enough, and that was the closest of the lot. So you can attack without issue.
Yeah, so basically, still, like, he's got his robe back on. He doesn't have his second sword. He only has the one sword, because he didn't have enough time to equip the second one.
Okay.
He's going to take the one. He unclicks it. He's going to stare patiently as he runs forward. Waits till the glint in their eyes, and then immediately, in a swift movement, unsheaths and strikes with his scimitar.
Alright, go ahead.
Waiting for it to load.
Is it not giving you an option to attack on the
I
card?
have. I clicked attack, and I'm just waiting for it to load now.
Weird.
There we go.
There we go. 18 hits. I talked to Vodafone to see if I could get my upload speed increased to help with this. And they said it works, and I still haven't got the bonus. Get my money back. I'm going to Karen the hell out of them. 8 points of damage. Nice. You strike, and it's a solid blow. This one, I'm sort of more... is it a slashing or is it a piercing? It's slashing, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Doesn't say. I've got to figure out how to...
So yeah, no, it's slashing.
Yep.
It has to be slashing. Yeah.
You rip along the side of its sort of rib and stomach, and you can just start to see, like, again, like a massive gash appears. It is looking very rough as well.
So sort of staring at it, but also like half looking back to see what's happening behind him. But that will be it.
No worries. That's your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Funnily enough, it's that wolf's turn now.
Yep, go ahead.
It's going to turn and sort of... as you hit it, and then it's going to go in for a... All they can do bite? All they can do is bite. Okay. Alrighty. Does a 14 hit?
No, it doesn't.
Hell yeah.
It leaps out and sort of winces as it stretches out too far. Its muscles like severely hurt, giving you enough time to just quickly sort of take a half step back and then get back into position.
What kind of armor is Kappa wearing?
Leather.
Or other defensive?
Just leather.
Flipbane, you see from the southeast side, a wolf run out, charging at you, and it's going to strike at you. Does an 18 hit?
It would. However, my staff that I'm holding crackles with kind of a blue energy flow. I interpose it between myself and the wolf, and a shimmering shield erupts between us, repulsing the wolf's jaws.
Ooh.
Very nice. Oh, my system just froze. There we go. You cast, you raise this, and an arcane barrier sort of shimmers like almost like an electric mirror, sort of. As it strikes out, it just sort of its jaws sort of like just sort of scraping along it like a static chalkboard. That's its turn. You're up, Rhapsody.
Okay.
You hear like this crackle of sound as like you hear the wolf strike at Flipbane. Kuiper has run off to the northeast, and you've heard sounds of fighting to the west.
Yeah, I think he's gonna run out after Kuiper. Kuiper, what's happening? What's going on?
You can give
Wolves-
me a perception
wolves
check if you'd like.
Everywhere.
Perception check? Okay.
$21. You take a look around. You see the one that Kuiper is fighting. You see the one off in the distance that is beginning to make its way north or south. And you also hear a rustling just to the northwest. It sounds like one's maybe slightly stalking towards Dreamer.
Oh, okay.
You can't see them per se. I'll say like
Okay.
for the first two, I'll allow you to be able to attack without issue. No, the static's coming on mine as well. I have no idea why. Is that happening to all you guys as well?
I think it's the music. It's when the music loops. I think
Oh,
it's the
okay.
end of the track.
It's weird. It shouldn't be doing that. I might just stop that one.
Yeah.
And we'll do this one.
Alright, so...
Unfortunately, no rap battle. What a song.
Best music.
Shame.
Well,
Song's too powerful for this stream. Alright, so Rhapsody's gonna rush out of the tent, see that Kuiper is fighting something in the dark, and he's gonna cast dancing lights over at him.
Alrighty. You had to, I'm still trying to figure out how to get the descriptions to pop up in the chat. How does
Yeah.
dancing lights work again? Let me just bring that up. 4 torch-sized lights within range. Each shed dim light in a 10-foot radius as a bonus action. And how far? You can put them out to 120 feet, can't you? So.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Can you just ping me on the screen where you want to put them?
So just around Kuiper,
All right.
so he can see what he's attacking better.
All right. Let me just get this sorted out properly.
So they can see what they're attacking better, sorry.
Yep. I'll put one just hovering above Kuiper. Do you want multiple ones there or?
Yeah, let's go for the 4.
Yeah. Where is that wolf? I can't even see it now. I think it's under the tree.
it's under the tree, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll
It
say
is in the tree.
yeah, we'll just say that you surround it because that's actually the edge of the map as well. So I'll say you with those 3 you do that, and then you can shed light on the 4th one up here, which is just here. But yeah, the wolf is literally here, diagonal to Kuiper.
Yeah, well, they'd just be floating around there to give Kuiper extra light to see by and attack by. And then he'll call out to Kuiper and say, Kuiper, do you remember what I told you when you face something scary? the best thing that you can do is laugh. So, why do musicians make great scavengers?
I don't know, why is it musicians make great scavengers?
Because they're always looting. And take a bardic inspiration.
Love it.
Holy shit.
Hell's yeah.
Love that. All right. I don't actually know if it gives you an effect or not, so I'll just say you get a...
It's a D6.
Yeah.
Why have you done this?
I'm all here for this.
I'll have to make a condition that gives you the bardic die straight away. But yeah, so yeah, you are inspired. Awesome. That's your turn, Rhapsody. Any movement?
Yes, because that's action, bonus action. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Dreamer, you're up. Give me a perception check as you stir.
Right. Oh no, my good roll.
Nice.
Take it back. Take it back.
Where is it? You're attuned to night, darkness. You're attuned to sounds, and you're also attuned to nature. You see specifically where the wolf is near to you. You would also get a sense of where the ones are that are sort of somewhat lurking in the dark.
Sure.
But particularly like you get a proper pinpoint on the one near you, which is, let me just find it again. It is just here.
Yep. Copy that. The dreamer's eyes just bolt open, and an almost alien battle instinct takes over. She jolts up and kind of presses her back up against the wagon so she can't be attacked on multiple sides. She pulls from within her robes a sickle that begins to glow with white moonlight as she casts, as a bonus action, she casts Shillelagh, which I know doesn't typically work on non-club-based weapons, but we talked about it off stream, so now it
And
does.
it's cool, so it has to.
It's rule of cool.
Did we? I can't remember if we did, but I'll allow it still.
Honestly, hell
Say
yeah.
it with
honestly,
confidence.
I'm
If
Sean, remember
not,
how I
we'll
get a
bully you
one
into it.
daily cast of Power Word Kill?
the
We
past.
talked about it because it is mechanically worse than me doing it on a
Yes.
staff or a club.
Yes, that's
But
right.
It is.
Fair enough.
The roll wise, it's still the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
it
does
looks
make it less
sick.
Would have club. Really, instead. Okay, cool. So just make sure you. What is your strength?
Doesn't matter. I'm not going to be attacking with it at the moment.
That's cool. Just
My
remember.
strength
Just remember
is
to
minus
Yeah.
2, but
So just make sure
now
you
uses wisdom.
that plus your spell casting modifier.
Yeah.
Like make
I
sure you
will
balance it out the right
update
way. Yep.
Yeah.
When you attack, there's an option to put a mod amount in there. So.
Yeah, okay. And then she takes the sickle and strikes it against one of like the metal wheels of the wagon, and the sound of the bell rings out. She casts Toll the Dead. Hey. On this wolf down here.
Nice.
Which one? Sorry, I wasn't. The one that's
The one I have targeted near.
Oh, cool. Yep.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No worries.
That's
That
small, man.
is already damaged, so it is a D10.
And it has no save against that, does it?
It does.
Whiz?
It is wisdom, I believe.
Yeah,
I don't know why it didn't pop up for
My
me.
sheet's not loading, but
Hells yeah.
maybe
Play.
because my
with
sheet's
wisdom.
freaking out.
Weird. Wisdom save.
DC 14 wisdom save. Yeah.
Well, it got a 4. So it takes
So-
a D12, correct?
A D10. It takes D12. It takes 1 point of damage.
Oh boy.
Oh,
That's
that's rough.
unfortunate.
That is
It
unfortunate.
was on 2 health, wasn't it?
The toll rings out, and you watch as it sort of cowers out, and just in a panic state is like, yeah, still alive, but
Fine.
Yeah, it only needs a slight breath now to take it out. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty, we come round to Floodbane. Yeah, that lasts only until your turn starts, doesn't it? Which is why it automatically drops. Yep, okay.
Yep. All right. Yeah, seeing this wolf get in my face, lunge at me, my faculties are a little bit razzled for the moment. I am going to take a swing at it with my staff. However, I'm going to do so by way of Booming Blade.
Very nice.
Oh, you didn't.
You hear Pascal cry out in the distance.
You just hear this bunny roaring in the distance. Yeah.
Oh, I think the thing has been overwritten. Let me just roll.
Oh, it would have too. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot to fix it up after the refresh.
Good.
We'll figure that out. If you can just continue doing it that way for now, we'll figure it out for the next session. Dirty 20 definitely hits.
So I have 2 hands on this thing, so that is a 8 plus 2 for strength.
Yep.
Minimum damage, baby.
All right.
What?
Ooh.
I think I just rolled a 0 on 0 plus. Oh, right. Hang on. Okay, so that's next turn.
That's next turn, yeah.
Versatile? Okay, cool. If it willingly moves,
It takes-
does take 3 damage. Yeah.
3 damage, yep. And then if it moves, it's going to take 8.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so both hands on the staff. I summon up thunderous energy, strike it, probably aiming for the shoulder in this wolf creature.
Yep. You swing and crack it against the shoulder blade, and it sort of reels back, but you can tell it's tense enough and ready for an attack that it sort of puts itself back up and is ready to go. As like or describe how the booming blade looks as it sort of like leaves an aura on it.
It's similar to the crackling blue energy. Not quite lightning, but it's got a similar sort of feel to it. That is Flubane's standard spellcasting flavor.
You all begin to see like there's definitely like an
dim,
electrical tonality to what everything's Flibane's doing.
Yeah, it's like sort of blue after image reading its way around the body. I'm then going to, aware that I'd probably block an opportunity attack, scurry after to try and back up Train.
Very nice. I can see what you're doing, and these are not smart enough to think of anything else. It will definitely do that opportunity attack.
Yep.
It's not going to work because it's too far away. So
Sorry.
no, that's right. Like, let me just quickly. No, that's fine. Don't do that. I can just do it without.
I'll do it with you.
There we go. All right. Missing completely. It's still regaining its composure as you run off. Alrighty, that's your turn.
Yep.
Which brings us to the final wolf that hasn't been hit yet. It can't see Dreamer behind the wagon, so it's going to start running towards Kuiper and go in for the attack. And Phoenix, I am so sorry because this is definitely the issue you were worried about as dying first. But that's okay. What's the other one's near death door? I'm going to say it's actually not going to get pack tactics for this because the other one's just too weak to actually be a threat at this stage.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Cool. 7's definitely not going to hit. But it is now in preparation for whatever the next wolf does if it doesn't die. Alright, that's its turn. Top of the round, we are back to Trey, and Kuiper, you'll be coming up.
Okay. I realized a few things during the previous turn order. A few of which being that I didn't have my starting equipment properly, so I should have a hand axe that I don't. That's fine.
Are you going to be using that now?
No, not right now. No, I'll deal with it. Having had like just a chunk taken out of his forearm and like bleeding heavily, Trey's just sort of like, oh, okay, Shit got really fast. Flipbane, thank you for coming close to me. I'm going to take a step back. I know that's probably going to incur an opportunity
It
attack,
is.
so right at your leisure.
Uh, 21 to hit.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that's going to hit.
Ooh. Can I silvery barbs that?
You can.
Oh,
Well,
Your
in the
reaction.
game.
Just roll that
There
for
we
me.
go.
getting spicy really
I know
early.
silvery buff doesn't, but it does add it as like
Oh.
a reaction stage. So nice. Alrighty. It rolls again and gets a 12.
That is not going to hit.
That's not gonna hit. Yeah, you how does the silvery barbs affect the wolf?
Well, I think just Rhapsody turns around and just says, "You big dum dum, leave him alone."
It sort of goes in for a bite and looks at you and goes, huh? before not even attacking. As Trey steps back. And who do you want to give advantage to? Rhapsody?
Oh, Kuiper.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Since they're up next
So
Hells yeah.
bardic inspiration and
And-
advantage.
and surrounded by two wolves, so
Nice. Continue
Very
with your
wolf
turn, Trey.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, having like slunk out of the way of that, the bite attack with Rhapsody's distance is just gonna take a couple more steps back, so his back's up against this tent here, and just sort of like,
I'll say as well, just while you do that,
Sorry,
you
yeah?
instantly you do see the wolf that's here.
oh shit.
I'd say if you want to, like, if you see that, you can take one, like, I'll allow you to sort of take one step back towards behind the tent so it can't see you.
Yeah, so just like I'd see it immediately, mildly shit myself, and take an additional step back. But yeah, I imagine Trey is sort of like using mainly his shoulder, sort of flings his weaker mauled arm on top of his crossbow, manages to somehow rack the pulley sleeve system back, and looses another bolt off at this wolf in front of him.
Go for it.
Have him target. It says ship token.
Yay.
now. Come on.
And 18 hits. Or 26 hits. Never mind. Both would hit.
I would hope so. 5
For
damage.
5 points of damage. Tell me how you take down this wolf.
Oh, okay. I imagine just like from having him bite towards him, that motion of rearing towards Trey and him having backstepped, the wolf sort of leaning forward a bit, and I imagine Trey would have just aimed that bolt straight into the middle of its forehead. I was sort of illustrating the reasons for which he was chosen to be part of the Slayer's Take in the first place.
And as it flies through, it gets lodged in there as it collapses to the ground. And blood begins. Wowza, what was that?
That's awesome.
I was not expecting
Bad
that.
in the distance.
As this blood just begins pooling out, collapses.
Yeah, get him. Yeah.
Anything
thanks
else?
for the assist flipping. God damn. No, that. Actually, you know what? Just for the hell of it, I will use my bonus action to second wind because I am pretty hurt right now.
Go for it.
So I imagine that would be Trey just sort of takes a real
Chunky
deep breath,
heal.
steals his nerve, and just sort of, this is fine. And heals 7 HP. He's back on full health, looks completely fine somehow.
Yeah, he sort of like brushes off the armor with, oh, 'tis a scratch. and covers it back up and is ready to go again.
Well, it was nearly as
True, and
bad.
then just the flesh just heals up.
Exactly. That was nowhere near as bad as I thought. Thank you.
I think it's actually fine.
Did that switch turns? There we go. Kuiper, you're up. Rhapsody,
seeing this
you're
wolf-
coming up shortly.
Seeing this wolf come out and lunge sort of in the area down this way, and then turn and face towards Kuiper. Kuiper's just going to block him off as the attack hits. Here's Rhapsody shout out, "You big dum dum, leave him alone." Turn around, see the wolf here, is going to get advantage on the attack as a result of silvery barbs,
Yep.
and immediately going to attack this wolf that got between him and Rhapsody.
Very nice.
Get
Go
him,
for it.
Kuiper.
Why does my advantage not appear anywhere. There it is. Thank you.
12. 12 sadly
You-
doesn't hit.
I'm still chuckling from that joke.
Oh, you got Bardic Inspiration, yeah.
I do, so it's just a flat roll then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, D6, right? You know what? Honestly, you don't even have to roll it.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration, yeah. Bardic
Yeah.
Inspiration on top, yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll it because one more would make it hit. So,
Yeah, taking the inspiration.
go
as
ahead
well.
and deal that damage.
Yay!
Ooh, nice.
9 points. You slice into this. Those who can see him just watch Carpet sort of turn and like almost like 180 arc and slice this other wolf behind him.
Since it's between me and Rhapsody,
Yeah.
I will have to request. It is going to be a goading attack.
Go for it.
Oh, hell's yeah.
I've lost goading attack on my fighting style.
Oh yeah, right. No stress.
it's 1d6.
1d6. You roll a
It's
d6.
a d6 on top. Yep.
Wait.
For 4. How do you take down this wolf?
Basically, just turns around, sees that it's between him and Rhapsody, and just immediately goes straight for the neck, and just slices into the neck.
The slice is enough for it to gain full attention to you, and as it looks at you and growls, it sort of doesn't realize how much blood it's losing before it just boom, collapses to the ground.
As it's collapsing, Kuiper just goes, "Don't ever get between me and him," and turns his attention to the other wolf that's still just standing there.
Very nice. Anything else you want to do?
Wipes, because I don't have the other weapon, just wipes the blood off the blade as he readies it for his next turn.
Give me a inside or animal handling check.
Go inside.
Those dice, you gotta stop.
The tide is beginning to turn, and you can see that these wolves are starting to potentially think of flight instead of fight.
We'll snap at the one that's in front of him, just like with a quick jaw snap.
It sort of winces a little bit, just like as if it's like the alpha is now starting to take lead. Not that alpha tactics are a thing you should do. Alright, is this wolf's turn? It's going to roll. Honestly, it's going to roll a wisdom save. And instinctively runs. You want to take an attack of opportunity on it?
No, he's gonna let it go.
Alrighty. And it dashes off into the woods. A blood trail just soaking behind it. That brings us to... Why did it misskip one? It brings us to this wolf. It can't see Rhapsody behind the tent, so it's going to move towards Floodbane and instantly take the 8 points of damage. Was it 8 points? 6 points?
I believe I rolled 8.
How does the booming blade take down this this wolf?
It sits as kind of a nimbus of blue energy crackling, not quite as viciously as lightning would. That's reserved for lightning spells, of which I've rolled several. But yeah, it erupts outwards like a storm cloud breaking.
Nice. Essentially, this aura that sort of surrounds this wolf here, so like pushes through it like smoke, and as it does, like a tether of thin electricity just sort of hits it, and it just sort of gets electrocuted and collapses to the ground. What happened there? Why did that not go through?
Sort of still. My arms are kind of in an awkward position as I try and keep track of everything that's going on. Like, yes, good.
Did I get rid of... I got rid of one wolf too many. That's weird. In either case, the other wolf will see everything falling down, and before it even gets into the fight, will pace backwards and then turn and run. Completing this combat. Congratulations, guys! You defeated your first fight.
All level up.
Yay!
Excellent, nicely done. You all look around. Some a bit worse for wear, but nevertheless, ironically, seeing how each other worked and also attuning your ways of fighting, pick up each other's rhythms pretty quickly. No one is severely hurt. Well, at least not anymore. Not since Trey took care of themselves. And you also come back into the circle and sort of just get a sort of insight and go, huh, not bad.
We're all pretty badass.
You shot that thing like through the face. It was awesome. I said to you, Trey.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the shooting thing's good sometimes. Yes. Yeah, that's what they know me for, apparently.
That was very scary.
Yeah, wolves are not fun.
No.
More serious than I was expecting. Is everyone alright?
The moonlight slowly fades away from the dreamer, and she loses that kind of alien look in her eyes. You have quite the aim for someone so small. It's such a big weapon.
I practiced? Question mark?
You're not sure if you practiced?
Oh no, I definitely practiced. It's just one of those things. Sometimes you're good, sometimes you're not. I'm just glad that I was good when people were looking. And all of you are incredibly impressive. God, Bloodbane, the thing you did with the lightning, what the hell was that? And the dreamer with the magic with the scythe, and it's just, I mean, look, I've got a crossbow, but you guys are incredible. What's going on?
I will
There's a lot of good
smile
magic.
quite awkwardly and attempt to twirl my staff in my hands.
I'll be like, yeah, and Trey will just sort of step forward at this point and be like, look, not to understate this, but you absolutely saved my life, Rhapsody, so I thank you. God, that wolf absolutely had me, so...
He was very mean.
Very!
Is anyone hurt?
I kind of realized that it wasn't as bad as I thought. For a second there I thought my forearm was hanging off, but apparently I'm fine, so, no, but thank you for your concern.
You have quite a stout heart.
Thank
So you rekindle your fortitude and such.
Well, you know what they say, it's only with the strength of good allies that you can bring this sort of power into yourself.
Nodding.
So thanks to all of you.
Kuiper, are you uninjured?
Yes, I am uninjured, and I have to say I'm a bit overwhelmed with everything that happened tonight. Been a while since I've seen people be able to hold themselves up into combat, especially of this nature.
Oh, I mean, look at you. You didn't even have to draw that other scimitar. I mean, I assume that's for, like, when business gets really bad.
I was missing it for a little bit, but it's comfort to know that a second sword in dire situations is only an option, especially with this group.
Much like Flidbane, Trey just starts nodding enthusiastically.
It would seem we are all full of surprises.
I'll draw one of my daggers. Maybe I could use this at the same time?
Let's not overcomplicate things.
Takes a bit to get used to, especially. It's the reason why I don't like doing it as much. It's kneels down next to Rhapsody. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. Bit scared, but okay.
Yeah. Been a big night.
That was what I was going to ask, actually. What time would it be by at this point?
Yeah, there's a couple of... we're probably just edging over midnight. Realistically, yeah, you probably would all need to get back to bed pretty shortly in order to recover. But yeah, you can easily return back to whoever was last on watch, finish that up, and the rest of the night would be uneventful as you all shift through your turns. Is there anything else you want to do before you head to bed?
Piper's gonna stay up for a little bit with the watch because it's not technically his watch yet. So he's gonna stay up for a little bit to make sure that Rhapsody has gone to sleep and that there's nothing else. Because he did let a wolf run away, so he's going to be paranoid for a bit, just to make sure Rhapsody has gone to sleep.
Yeah, Cuppy, you keep Flidbane, keep their attention for a bit while the rest of you all lay back down and head off to sleep. Cuppy, give me a perception check.
Damn.
19.
With deceiving going up.
Who are you and what did you do with Phoenix? Who does bad rolls?
Oh, this is Kuiper, not Phoenix.
The rest of the night is uneventful, as I said. You don't hear much in the way of noise. Maybe a little whimpering for that heavily wounded wolf that was not too far off, but it slowly disappears as it fades away, licking its wounds. What you do notice is probably more during your watch. You see Dreamer shifting uncomfortably in their sleep, tossing and turning. Dreamer, you head back to sleep, and dreams of, as much as they can be, have been rough recently, but you are still able to sleep fairly mindlessly until that vision appears in your mind's eye once more. You stand up in a town, looking about. It is dark. As you hear noises from around you. Noises of terror, screaming, fleeing. You watch as a nearby gnome sort of rushes trying to get to their child, and just before they do, you watch as their skin begins to burst and bulge and pop and creak as they begin to become a monstrous figure, lashing out with a massive tongue as the child screams. You turn and see a fire erupt out of a nearby tavern, and you begin to panic as you look up into that ruddy red moon that encompasses the entirety of this town. You know, and you feel that pull that's been pulling you northward to this place more and more. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Damn.
That was sick.
Hell's yeah.
Whoo! We made it, guys! We're here! We're playing! Yay!
Yay! Hells yeah.
Ah, awesome work, gang.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you so much to everyone.
This
Thank
is
you.
just as much fun as they would hoped it would be. So thank you all of you.
Oh,
I'm glad.
Very
I
much fun.
am so happy. This is going to be a good season of D&D.
Yeah.
We have quite a bit to go through because none of that is part of the actual book that we're playing. We are
haven't
now
started yet.
entering into chapter 1 of Phandelver and Below.
Good,
let's be
'cause I
honest.
have plenty more bad jokes for Bardic Inspiration. So
That was
God, I'm so
fucking
fucking good.
incredible. What the hell?
I can't wait for all of it.
And for full disclosure to those watching, at least 3 of you here know how this campaign originally played out in Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know nothing about what's coming in this.
Oh,
No,
shit.
and I love it.
Haha, you're as dumb as the rest of us.
Um,
Hooray!
but I look forward.
Something overtuned goblin ambush?
I look forward to seeing how you guys face what's coming.
Face each other.
Not face each other. That was bad. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. But
I'm sure there's going to be party tension eventually because it's always going to happen.
as we discussed as well,
Everyone tires of Rhapsody's bad jokes.
not me. As I mentioned to you guys off stream, we're considering this basically a testing ground of a session. So if there's anything you need to change in terms of spell choices, if you need to swap your rolled attribute points to different stats, if you want to change your proficiencies, you are more than welcome to do so. For subclasses and the like, if you've got them, or choices you can make as part of level 1, feel free to adjust those except for your actual class, except for your actual race, and except for your background. But everything else is free to maneuver. I feel like you've all had a decent idea of like how your roles will work, and you've had a decent idea of the combat. But I'll say you guys did really well, all things considered.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it. What I noted.
Good stuff.
Are we all good
Thank
for
you.
next Tuesday?
Hells yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only complaint is that it's not Tuesday already for us to play again.
We
straight
can't
away.
say is it. Can we say is it Tuesday yet? Is that too much
We
Critical
can.
Role?
No, that's
Why is
absolutely
it
on
not
brand.
Tuesday?
They do
yet.
that
How
on
about
Thursday
that?
night.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll start singing. It's Tuesday night. Awesome. Well, yeah. To everyone watching, thank you so much to the raiders, to the gift subscribers, to the bits, to the inspirations. I'm going to say inspiration carries across in this campaign, so you won't lose that for next session. You are all very much loved for what you've given us tonight. Thank you for the huge uproar of support. One thing you should do is to keep that support going and head on over to twitch.tv/theplothoook, where
Hells yeah.
Alex, aka the Plothook, it will be running. Are we saying what the actual campaign is, or are we keeping that
You
secret?
can say it, absolutely.
Can you say it? Because I can't remember what it's called.
I will be playing through a modified version of Waterdeep Dragon Heist,
Yeah.
where my lovely group of criminals will be heisting.
Hopefully.
Pretty much.
Hopefully.
Should be an interesting one. That will also be session 1 for the next, as of as Thursday.
Thursday. Typically on a Wednesday, but this week we are doing Thursday.
You should also jump over to Phoenix's
fuck off.
channel and watch him on Twitch. I have to apologize for not being on either of your streams for ages, but
It's fine.
Phoenix
Fuck off.
doesn't
Don't promote me.
Phoenix does an amazing amount of streams and an amazing quality of
Yeah.
streams with speed runs and awesome. I would say it focuses sort of on a Japanese style gameplay. RPGs for the most part. Yeah,
JRPGs,
JRPG.
yeah.
But there are variations there. Yeah,
Just
great.
started Breath of the Wild again.
Thought some of that
Ooh,
last night.
Yeah.
ooh, nice. But
Makes
yeah,
me want to play again.
awesome insight into games and industry talk and storyline talk. So yeah, definitely give him a look-see as well. Lobster Jess, I don't really know if you have anywhere social that you put any of your artwork just yet.
Join the
Not
Discord.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Discords.
That's
Yep.
where you'll find it.
Yeah, join my Discord. It's you'll be able to see artwork from Jess there at all times. And she also provides a lot of artwork to Phoenix and Plothook, as well as just awesome creativity all around. And yeah, I guess Ted, Adam, is there anything you guys want to promote?
Wish Adam and the gang luck for the encounters they have queued up for their in-person Thursday session.
Oh, hells yeah.
Ooh.
They are playing.
Good
yeah,
luck.
they're being true nerds and rolling actual die. But no, how's that been going for you guys?
I'm not dead yet, so that's nice.
Woo! Winning.
Yeah.
We
but,
also fought 1d4 wolves, and one of our players got crit by a pack tax.
Oh.
Went down in one shot. He was fine.
it was funny.
Well,
So it's fine then, as long as it was
Yeah.
funny.
not to shill on your parade, but you often promote that or talk about it in my Discord. So feel free everyone to jump in there and hear some of the stories that they have.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise that's pretty much everything from me. Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
Thank you very much for putting all of this together and all of your hard work.
That's what I was
Absolutely.
going to say.
It's been such
Yeah.
an experience. Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure. You'll also see that on the stream there is a chalkboard there to the right. I forgot to actually turn off the blank board. As of next week, you'll see, and I can actually do it now, I guess. You'll start seeing people's details and stats.
Hey.
Ooh.
So yeah, that way people can sort of follow along with how you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I love it.
And of course, went straight to another transparent one because I put some gaps in there. Awesome. Anyway, gang, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day, a great night, a great time frame wherever you are, and we'll see you next stream.
Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.